celebrating 100 years. This is Keeler, WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
Have you seen the Savannah Bananas? Have either one of you seen?
Yes, I have. They're great.
Not in person.
It's incredible. In studio today, our guest hosts are...
The shirts that we wore are very appropriate for this music.
Shirt crazy. I'm going to need you to come this way. I mean,
get closer like we like each other.
You guys got to be really tight.
Well,
If you guys touch those shirts, they're going to it'll swirl and turn into different colors. In studio this morning, guest hosts Andrew Dominio and Mayor Mark Butler.
Well, it's obvious, Bill, you didn't think I could get the job done, so you had to bring in
brought in
some
the heavy
reinforcements.
hitter.
Yeah.
I hope I can learn from this old
I
pro.
think you'll be able to.
Good morning.
Can you assist him in the turning of the mic so that so the idea would be so that when he's looking at me, it's.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Davey. We have to correct this somehow.
My eyes.
Just so I don't have to keep saying it on the air. I'm so sick of saying, got to turn the microphone, got to do the and Mark.
Get up closer.
Come on, man. Yeah. Good morning, Mark Butler, the mayor of Newport. You have to be right, but move it towards you so you don't feel uncomfortable.
I'm not uncomfortable.
You look a little uncomfortable there. How's that? See, the concept, let me go over the concept. The concept is if you turn it like it is kind of where it's turned at an angle, when you're looking at me, which almost always you will be as we're talking, you're right on it and right in it. These mics are so unidirectional that it's frustrating.
Well, with you, Bill, I'm usually just listening.
That's true. That's true. And learning.
Learning, yes.
What's
And
surprising is that, if I came in here and the mic was like this, you would have just never had an issue with anybody that's sitting here. But when I come in here, it's upward, it's up, it's facing the ceiling.
They're moved all over the place.
Have it just like this.
I don't understand it.
Now, my first lesson from a professional, what does this little baffle on the microphone
The windscreen.
It's a windscreen. I call it a germ collector.
This germ sponge.
Yeah, germ sponge. Petri. It's a Petri sponge. Is what they call it. It's the first thing I do when I come into a studio is take that crap off the microphone.
Yeah, maybe I should. I don't know who you've had in this seat here.
It's been ugly. Yeah. No, we've had some great people come in, including Mark Butler. And Mark, it just worked out where Andrew was in town and wanted to do 2 days. And so the best work was Tuesday, Thursday. It has nothing to do with your amazing performance. But I thought...
Well, here's the question. Are you paying him?
No.
I really have to ask that question?
I thought 2 would be better than 1. All right, a couple of things. We're back into this. You know what? Yesterday probably would have been a partly sunny day, but it was more cloudy because of the smoke from the distant fires.
Smoke from a distant fire.
Yeah. Canadian wildfires, we're getting more of that smoke again. It's not as bad, but it's a moderate pollution warning. Again today, by the way, from 10 a.m. until midnight. Expected again today. So you'll see sunny blue skies here this morning, and then it's going to haze up just a little bit, and that it will be in the air. So they say if you have issues, you might want to limit your time outdoors.
There was quite a bit of fog this morning.
Yeah.
Very inconvenient of those fires to only be in the afternoon when we want sunshine.
That's right.
What
When
the
we want
heck
to
are
be
they doing
when
up
we
there?
want to be out there. Although today it will be hot, close to 90 today and tomorrow, as a celebration of the heat. And knowing it's going to be hot, tomorrow, Daylight Donuts in New Hartford is doing free iced coffees.
Wow.
To save your life, probably.
Nice.
It's going to be, probably will hit 90 tomorrow if it doesn't today. But Daylight Donuts in New Hartford, free iced coffees. Daylight Donuts New Hartford, free iced coffees. And maybe we'll even try to get somebody on from over there to talk about it. Daylight Donuts tomorrow, New Hartford, free iced coffees. While supplies last.
You know how those ladies love when we call up in the morning when they're busy.
When they're busy, they're trying to get that drive-through through and all of that. We also we'll talk Tanya Powers coming up in a little bit. That blaze in Massachusetts. I'm going to tell you the flooding deaths in Texas.
Oh, it's awful.
Inexcusable. Should never have happened. And Andrew and Mark are both ready for me to go down the road of Trump pulled the
go.
I'm not. I don't know about that. I don't know if the cuts had anything to do with staffing to the point where the alerts were not there. What I can tell you is this religious group, God forbid, we don't want to, no pun intended, we don't want to criticize anyone in the religious world. However, I'm going to. This is ridiculous. They had a warning. This was a flood zone. They were like in Ilion. Remember where Mohawk along Fulmer Creek when they basically made people forfeit their homes and they paid them they tried to do this in this very camp. This happened at this very same place like 20 years ago. Did you see the videos?
I didn't see that. No.
And they knew this was a danger. They knew that this could happen again, and they refused to relocate.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, and now the owner who refused to relocate is dead, sadly, with children, kids.
So what you're saying is Trump sent him a telegram and stay right where you are.
Stay where you are.
Move, no matter what.
It's a beautiful place.
Somebody else tells
Some
you
say the
stay
most
where you
beautiful.
are.
This is the beautiful camp, most beautiful bunk beds you've ever seen.
Boy,
you know, those are
lefties.
golden bunk beds.
The golden bunk
I'm
bed.
not saying it has anything to do with Trump at all. I don't know. I don't know about that.
I think you did.
However, no, I didn't.
I thought you said you think it
No,
does.
no.
No, I didn't. I really don't know about that.
Okay.
But I do know that they have been warned for decades. That is a dangerous location.
Yeah.
And this could happen again. And the fact that it did happen already, there were, I think, 10 kids at the camp died back in the 80s of the same thing, flooding. And they couldn't get out in time. In this case, back in the 80s, they were on a bus. They got them on a bus. They were trying to get out, and the bus just took on water. And the same type of thing happened here. It's inexcusable. That's number one. Number two, just my take. You check yourself into an elderly home, like in Massachusetts. Mm-hmm. You know as well. You know there were. First of all, they said staff. Now they are saying staffing at the fire department, whatever caused that, their staffing was a major problem because of cuts. That's what I think it's Somerset out in Massachusetts. However, they say the more people could have been saved had the cuts to the fire department not been made. I don't know what's going on there politically. That's a political thing, but I can tell you. Was there proper smoke detectors? Was there a sprinkler system? How did that many people die? You put those old people who are immobile in a home, and we're going to be okay with the thing. I just think that's terrible. Heads should roll over that.
With the cost of elder care, especially in homes like that.
It's a for-profit.
Ridiculous.
Yes, it is totally for-profit.
People are paying thousands of dollars a month.
And you think your loved ones are okay.
Per resident.
Right.
So you think they should have the investment in at least those fire extinguishers,
well, and I
detectors,
don't know that they didn't have any of that
systems.
stuff. I don't know. But they're going to investigate that. And the whole thing is you should have had a way to get those people out.
Well, I imagine there's staffing issues and that's the other thing too. A lot of the time you can't find a lot of people to work in these facilities.
That's another problem.
We see that issue here locally too.
The other thing they say is one of the reasons they couldn't get people out of the burning buildings was the window air conditioners, and it's been so hot. And again, they didn't invest the money to put in central air. You got to put in those window units, which are, clunky, loud, and
break a lot.
And by the way, not cost effective.
No.
So that's my rant for the day, and it has nothing to do with Mark Butler with Trump.
You said that magic word, cuts. The fire department got cut. I think they got a letter from Trump.
You're like Trump.
Cut your staff in half. We don't care if anything happens to those poor old people.
You're Trump punchy right now.
Well, it seems like a local municipality budgetary
I think
issue
it is a
in
local,
Somerset.
I think it's an issue of the government in Somerset.
I think you got your talking points from the Democratic National.
You think I did? Okay, good.
Whenever you can, slip in the word
actually,
Trump
I'm
cuts. Put those two together any way you can.
Taking all my talking points from Elon Musk and Tucker Carlson. who are hammering the whole thing right now with Trump. That's all interesting to watch, but we won't talk about that because it's kumbaya over there in Trump land. In Newport, New York. Tanya Powers coming up in a second. We're going to speak with her about that blaze in Massachusetts at this assisted living home. Assisted living. They're assisting these people. Well, hopefully they would assist them to get out of a burning building. Terrible. We'll speak with Dr. Hall. I do want to talk to him about this. You do get... I get a little bothered at the stay indoors, don't go outside, whether it's air quality or heat. And I get it. Don't necessarily run the Boilermaker if you're not trained properly.
Yeah, right.
But are we overreacting just a little bit on the warnings of?
Well, I think it has a lot to do with. I mean, it's very specific if you've got the conditions. Like if you've got a certain type of medical condition,
right?
You should stay inside.
I would think you're right.
But if you're a normal everyday person, you'll be all right.
Yeah.
You said a number of people went to the hospital. I got some inside information that Trump sent them a letter and cut back on any staff that might help people make it to the finish line.
Whatever you do.
Yeah, states. It costs money.
Yeah. I'm sure your wife loves all the cuts to the Department of Education. That's probably something that she loves to hear about. In studio today is Hallie Dugan from West Winfield. She is a country singer, and she has a new song out called I Used To. And she'll be in studio, and she's going to perform in studio.
I used to work here.
I used to, ... This could be a song about so much. We'll speak with Leon Etian. Do you know he is taking up residency in Niagara Falls? He's doing I believe he may be building the theater, building the show in Niagara Falls. So that'll be pretty cool.
It'll be good to hear from him.
Some entertainment on the American side for a change. Would be nice.
That's a change.
In Niagara Falls. Also this morning, Davey has set up Blake Genderbean. He is the candidate who was a Democrat, the lone Democrat, who was running against whoever was running for the seat.
Will he run again
I believe that he would run against her. Possibly.
So he's going for it.
I think so. And he's the one that just recently did the music video that was made by AI that has everybody up in arms. And he'll talk about that here this morning. But I think he is a candidate for Congress in the 21st District. Interestingly, what makes him kind of unique, because it's an uphill battle. I think we had talked about this when you were still on the show. Certainly an uphill battle for a Democrat in the 21st.
Yeah.
Right? And Mark, part of that district was yours.
Very conservative district.
Very conservative. However, he's a farmer. He's a different... He's a different character than I think the Democrats have been pumping out. So I do think that he's someone that Republicans have been keeping an eye on. And now he seems to be taking the aggressive approach, which seems to be the Democratic mantra right now, right? Here's what we do. We're going to start dropping the F-bomb and then drop it again.
We're going to swear a lot.
And if you drop the F-bomb one time or two times, you can drop it three. You're going to drop it three.
And
rule of three.
Macho.
And if you're really, really, really pushy, put an ING at the end. So I do think it is a strategy that we're trying to say, listen, we aren't wimpy Democrats. We're tough. We're tough, and we swear
we're rough and tough
like sailors. So we'll speak with Blake coming up a little later on in regards to that video that he put out and some other stuff that we will get to. Since you've both been here, you do know that Davey is now an award-winning member of the Broadcast Society.
Well, congratulations, Davey.
Yeah, he's very happy.
Well deserved.
He'll tell you all about it coming up in a few minutes.
All right.
Well, he's... better than being a Yankee fan right now, I'll tell you. You see Jazz Chisholm Jr. hit
I don't think it's that bad to be a Yankee fan, though.
No, I mean,
yeah.
He hit 3 home runs in the home run derby representing the Bronx Bombers.
Well, that would be awesome.
3!
That'd be awesome if he did it in a
in
game.
Yeah. When the ball isn't 50 to 60 miles an hour coming at you. Oh, boy.
Mike this morning says, watching on YouTube today, did Andrew and Mark buy their shirts? This is freaking funny. This is funny. Did Andrew and Mark buy their shirts where John Pederesi buys his?
I got to go change.
And John...
Boy, I know when I've been insulted.
And John is a big... in fact, John said he wore the same Hawaiian shirt every year. And Mark, you know John from
I do
the
know
OD.
John, yeah.
Wore the same Hawaiian shirt every year to the Boilermaker until it just completely wore out.
Yeah.
And he said, I ordered a new one, and unfortunately it didn't come in time for the Boilermaker.
Oh.
So there we go.
Another tradition.
Davey, are you clear now to speak here? Good morning.
Congratulations, my friend.
Thank you, Andrew. Thank you.
You got the brick and everything?
He was
seeing on social media.
Yeah.
Davey, I don't know if you know it or not, because you did not get to the post-race party, but you were also on the big screen on the post-race party, at the post-race party.
I was at the post-race. I was at the Boilermaker sponsored thing
it played there.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, you were right up there, pretty big. Okay, I do have to break, but before I do it, I want to squeeze in Tanya Powers, or you don't want me to do that? Take her now. No one makes Tanya Powers wait in the corner.
Oh, you don't have the sound thing up.
Good morning, Tanya Powers. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question really quickly before we get to the topic. I know this past weekend you guys had the with the Boilermaker 10K.
Yes.
15K.
15K.
15K. Congrats to all the people who ran that. I follow a lot of runners on social media, and a bunch of them did that.
Yeah.
And shout out to y'all, because that was a big deal.
A lot of people, I think from 48 states, competed here. And, I know that in New York you have the New York City Marathon and the Boston Marathon, but a lot of those who compete there, in fact, the winner won the Boston Marathon.
And he won it last year, right?
Yeah.
It was a repeat champion.
So it's a big, it is a big deal here. And do you know there's a terrible story, Tanya, of running through one of this has a lot of hills, our race does, and running through the golf course, which is beautiful, but it has some wooded areas, and which usually is where I lose the ball. Well, terribly, a woman was running and a deer came out from the wooded area and collided with the woman, and she was taken to a local hospital here, then rushed to Syracuse. And we do not know the condition, but it was a critical situation. They said it was very, very bad. I mean, you know what a deer can do to a car when it collides with a vehicle. Yeah.
Absolutely. To be run over by an animal like that, a large animal, that's terrifying. I hope she's okay.
We do as well, and we're waiting on an update. Speaking of terrible stories, I was kind of ranting a bit earlier today. Number one, in Texas, how did they've been warned for years that they're in the wrong place. They're in a flood zone. This could happen again. It happened back in the 80s. And now in Massachusetts, you look at this terrible story. These people in an assisted living home, 9 lives lost. You got to be investigating this, I would think, at this point.
Yeah, the origin of the fire is still under investigation, and the fire that you're talking about happened at Gabriel House Facility. It's in Fall River. That's about 50 miles south of Boston. And there were 9 people killed in this fire. It happened Sunday night, just before 10 o'clock Eastern. They range in age from 61 to 86, the people who perished in this terrible fire. And yeah, I mean, the stories are harrowing, honestly. Some of these residents talk about how, they saw employees and staff members running away from the building as they're like looking out the window trying to get, firefighters' attention or get some help and trying to get out. There were about 50 firefighters that responded to the scene. About 30 of those were off duty. They, heard what happened and came over anyway, even though they weren't, on duty. There were also police that helped break down the doors and carry about a dozen people out. They had about 5 of the firefighters were hurt. I think they were released from the hospital yesterday. The firefighters union is now saying that they actually should have had more firefighters on the scene if they hadn't, closed fire companies and had cutbacks on staff. They said that's been a problem for some time. The fire chief said they had adequate response, teams in place. It's just the fact. I mean, these stories of like one neighbor came over and brought a ladder and helped people get down off of the upper floors. I mean, this is just
it's terrible.
It is terrifying.
And your parents are looking for assisted living. They don't want to be a burden to the kids. So you're thinking they're in a facility where they're protected, right? There are people there to take care of them, and not to disparage any of the staff. I'm sure the staff were doing everything they could to get people out, but I often feel that a lot of these facilities tend to cut corners, and when something bad like this happens, it ends up really, really badly. We don't know that to be true yet, but.
Yeah. I mean, and to be clear, not all of them left. Obviously, there are some stories of staff members, obviously helping people get out because, it's a lot of these staff members, in these nursing homes and facilities and stuff like this, they kind of treat the residents like they're their own relatives.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
They're in that profession for a reason. Yeah.
Yes, they're in that. Yes, exactly. I mean, it's not these folks are not drawing huge paychecks. They're in it for the dedication of their career and what they're doing. And bless their hearts, they're out there, just working miracles, honestly.
And another part of this is many of these facilities are understaffed.
So
that means the staff is working extra hard to be able to take care of
the staff to residents ratio is probably, very great, not great, but also, another factor in this too is that I'd imagine some of these residents are probably relatively immobile. So you're trying to wheel a wheelchair through a crowded hall, and maybe there's a panic.
Tanya, if you saw the video of them taking an immobile man out of the window, they got him out of a window, but they're using two ladders to laterally bring him down. I mean, it was really quite the scene.
Yeah, I mean, it was an assisted living facility, which means that there's a little bit of a greater degree of independence. Usually there's different rules that go with that one versus like a skilled nursing home care situation. But like you said, it's not. It's still if the path is blocked by fire, I don't care who you are, you're going to have trouble getting out of there.
You are, yeah. And you know what? The other thing that really is the killer is the smoke. That's the almost always.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, Tanya, terrible, terrible story. And then on top of all of the things that have happened, you had that airplane that came down. It looks like everybody survived. It was a small airplane. I don't know. I'm just quoting stories I watched on the nightly news last night. So my apologies. Tanya, you have a wonderful day, as you deserve. Thank you for the time.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks so much. Tanya Powers from Fox News Radio. Quick break, as Davey says. Take a break. For God's sakes, take a break.
I presume the news you were watching was CNN.
Yeah, I don't watch that, but I know you do. You're able to quote things left and left.
Left and left.
Left and left. All right, let me break. Hold on. We're coming back.
BME Company Business Machines and Equipment has been delivering office solutions for businesses in upstate New York for over 30 years. Their success comes from finding the right document management strategies and software solutions for streamlining workflows. Simply put, BME provides fast, reliable service at the best value to keep your business running smoothly. Through BME's strategic partnership with Hummel's Office Plus, they distribute supplies for just about every machine in your office at a great price. BME welcomes the opportunity to serve your business, selling, leasing, and service in Canon and Kyocera devices, as well as FP mailing solutions. An important part of BME's culture is supporting the communities they're fortunate to work in, and BME recognizes that support is one reason for their success. The future of business in BME's area is encouraging, and the company is grateful to be a part of that growth. Call BME Company at 315-574-8200 or visit BMEcompany.com. BME Company Office Solutions. Made simple.
All right, Tim, time for the Father's Day quiz. Are you ready?
Yes, Bill Keeler, I'm ready.
All right, name 3 things you can do for your family on Father's Day. Ready, go.
Wear the ugly tie to dinner.
Wrong.
Tell them I love the zebra striped boxers.
Wrong. Last chance. Here we go.
Actually, listen to my doctor and get tested for cancer so that I can be around next year.
That's the answer we're looking for. Plan to be here for Father's Day next year. Real men get tested for cancer.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now, but I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code DRIVE for an extra 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code DRIVE for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code DRIVE.
Wait, I only owe $8? There has to be a catch.
I'm Jen Kita, CEO of Standard Heating, Cooling, and Insulating. That was a real reaction from a recent customer who got $3,000 worth of insulation upgrades through the New York State Comfort Home Program for just $8. And there's no catch. At Standard, we find the best solutions for your home, every possible rebate, and make it fast, simple, and easy. Many rebates aren't income-based. They're based on what your home needs. Start with your free home assessment at standardco.com.
Clearing will take place early on this Tuesday, then some afternoon sun as the high warms up to 89. Tonight it will be clear of the low in the mid to upper 60s and a high and humid Wednesday with a few scattered thunderstorms as the high hits 91 with a heat index into the mid 90s. Rain will increase on Thursday with a high in the upper 80s. I'm Jeff Marr at the Weather Channel on WIBX 950 AM and 92.3 FM.
Currently, we have some partly clear skies, mostly sunny. 67 at WIBX.
WIBX. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
So I want to talk about Revive Softwave Therapy with Dr. Timothy Del Medico and having Andrew here.
Yes.
You've been through the... These are light rays. These are... It's sound waves. That you see the light blink, but it's the sound waves that actually go at, 60,000 times a second or something. And it goes through your skin, and you feel, where was your area? Was
my
your
ankle.
Foot, your ankle.
Foot and ankle, yeah.
And it is, you may need 9 or 10 treatments. I don't know what you needed necessarily. Mine is
I was cured in 6.
10. You were cured in 6.
Yep.
It increases the blood supply, modulates inflammation, activates the stem cells, so your body is really able to heal itself better. And it covers a pretty wide and deep area. And, very important, non-invasive. You don't use anesthesia or any numbing agents. You're in just for a few minutes inside, and then you come back. But you feel it. It does work.
Yep.
You can call 315-725-8427. Ask about the $99 new patient special. If you're dealing with pain, Mark Bundler, if you're dealing with pain, Revive Softwave Therapy with Dr. Timothy Del Medico may very well be the answer for you. I'm getting way ahead of myself. I go on vacation next week. So
you're rushing
the
things.
Sooner... So today I set up YouTube and had us at Wednesday. But that's been corrected. It's Tuesday. By the way, Mike this morning said, you're wrong once again. Wrong. When you said there were 48 states represented in the Boilermaker, was 49 because you have to count Canada, the 51st state. So there you go.
A trumper.
A little something for you, Mark Butler, right there. Just a little something. Okay, what else did I want to get to? Did you see Andrew Cuomo has decided that he is going to stay in the race?
Yeah, but I thought I saw a video yesterday that said, Governor Patterson had a good idea. The strongest candidate come September will be the one to stay in, and if it's not me, I'll leave.
That is correct. That's part of the story. So there's a bit of a caveat, and it's just that. So all of the candidates that are they're really worried about this Mandami being with some of his very, very far left policies.
There you go.
So, and even for New York City, they're worried. So but I got to tell you, it's a different New York City. It is a different New York City. And it's going to be very interesting to see. Now, keep in mind, of course, this is the primary, was the primary, but it's a younger New York City. And I don't know what it was, and maybe you had the same feeling when you were younger. Andrew, you were 50 when you were 5, so you mentally, you just. But you know right. How you have early on, you have more liberal. You want to take care of the world. You want to take care of everyone. You want to give everyone. Everyone should have things. Everyone should have what I have. So you have these kind of socialist views. Many do. When they're much younger. But as you get into the real world and start to experience, wait a minute, I'm working my ass off here, and they're getting the same thing that I'm getting, and they're not working. And all of a sudden, you begin to take on more conservative values as you get older. I think that happens a lot. But this New York is a young city right now.
So what happened to you, Bill, getting older? You didn't get more conservative.
No, it's kind of like
farther to the left.
It's kind of like when you say, "See my car? It's black," and then you drive in with a jet black, and you're like, "Oh, my car's gray."
Yeah.
So they put me next to you. Especially with that shirt, for God's sakes. Well, you must be a liberal with that shirt. Well, at the very least, you were liberal in selecting it, I will tell you.
This is good news for Andrew, though, because if this guy wins in the mayoral race in New York City, he's going to get a lot of business in Florida, a lot of business.
Could be.
I've already ran some Facebook ads. Nothing in political nature, just saying, hey, are you tired of the congestion in New York City? Come on down.
You didn't mention the word cuts in your ad, did you?
So
it's been a while, Bill.
So they will poll in September, and the plan is that they will take the highest polling candidate, because they don't want to keep him all in there, because he would definitely win if they did. So they'll take the highest polling candidate. Whoever has the best chance to beat him will stay in, but then you're still going to have a Republican in the race.
So this primary process this time around, and I don't know if it always has been, was that ranked choice voting?
Yeah,
like they do in Alaska?
Yeah, and different.
It's where they list, every voter lists their candidate and the order in which they would prefer them, or something like that.
Anyway, it'll be interesting to see what occurs with all of that. We have a hot day on the way. We have a lot to get to next hour.
Hot.
We will talk about the smoke from a distant Canadian fire and what they're saying about the air quality. We'll get to all of that coming up, but news will be first, and it is next.
Are you over the age of 55 and want to secure your wealth with physical gold and silver? Do you want to own physical precious metals inside your retirement account, but don't know where to get started? We can help. We are Advantage Gold, the #1 customer-rated gold company in America, with thousands of 5-star reviews. And for the past decade, we have been helping investors take their 401ks, IRAs, and retirement accounts and diversify them into physical precious metals like gold, silver, platinum, and palladium, tax-free and penalty-free. And we can help you too. Call us right now, 800-900-8000, and get our free 2025 Gold Investing Starter Kit, 100% free. It comes with a one-on-one masterclass on precious metals investing from one of our seasoned experts. Just call 800-900-8000 now and claim your free Gold Investing Starter Kit. Also learn how you might qualify for up to $10,000 in free gold and silver. Supplies are limited. Call us at 800-900-8000 or visit us at AdvantageGold.com. Past performance is not indicative of future results. Please consult your tax or financial advisor. Call us at 800-900-8000.
Don't miss Clinton Tractor Spring Sales Event. We're giving you the best deals of the season on all of our inventory. Thousands of used and new equipment in stock, all in one location. Get 0% financing on new Ferris commercial mowers, Massey Ferguson, and New Holland equipment, and trailers and used equipment as low as 5.49%. Restrictions apply. We're giving you the best deals of the season. It's Clinton Tractor Spring Sales Event.
We are the leader in service, Clinton Tractor.
ClintonTractor.net.
Is thinning hair or a receding hairline making you self-conscious? Try Hair Grow by New Nordic. Millions of men and women around the world trust Hair Grow. With its patented tocotrienol complex, Hair Grow naturally reduces inflammation in the scalp and is clinically proven to promote new hair growth and increase hair count in as little as 4 months. Stop feeling embarrassed about thinning hair and start looking and feeling your best with Hair Grow. Available online at Amazon, Walmart.com, and NewNordicUSA.com. Or in
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX Utica, Rome. W295EI. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Celebrating 100 years.
They can resume shrinking the Department of Education. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. The Supreme Court gives the Trump administration a green light to lay off nearly 1,400 workers, lifting a judge's order blocking that, sending the case back to an appeals court. Education Secretary Linda McMahon tells Fox.
This lifts the handcuffs off of what we've been trying to do, which really is to get education back to the states.
Part of a broader effort to eliminate the cabinet-level department, even as the legal challenge continues. The Supreme Court's 3 liberal justices noted their dissents. Justice Sonia Sotomayor says only Congress can eliminate the department, and the judiciary has a duty to check lawlessness, not expedite it.
That's Fox's Jared Halpern of the White House. 23 Democrat-led states also filed another lawsuit trying to stop the Education Department from blocking school funding already approved by Congress. The U.S. is sending a lot more military aid, including air defense missiles, to Ukraine, paid for by NATO, with President Trump saying he's very unhappy with Russia, demanding an end to the war or else economic sanctions.
If we don't have a deal in 50 days, tariffs at about 100%, you'd call them secondary tariffs. You know what that means.
Well, those would hit Russia's trading partners. Today, the president will go to Pittsburgh for an innovation summit with dozens of CEOs focused on investments in energy and AI. There are still flood alerts this morning from North Carolina into Virginia up to Delaware after heavy rain flooded some streets and basements, leading to a state of emergency declared in New Jersey.
We got close to 8 inches of rain in Pennsylvania, 7 inches close in New Jersey, and the second wettest hour on record for New York. So we got over 2 inches of rain in less than an hour.
Fox meteorologist Janice Steen, that rain and flooding snarled travel in the Northeast, canceling more than 2,000 flights. Another 500 grounded today, many from Newark, New York, Philadelphia, Washington. America's listening to Fox News.
Allie Dwyer and her 3 sons lost their hero, Stephen. Serving our country in the United States Army was Stephen's calling, and flying helicopters was his passion. Stephen was killed in a Black Hawk helicopter crash over the Mediterranean Sea. Thanks to friends like you, Tunnel to Towers provided his family with a mortgage-free home, giving them security and hope in their darkest hours. Help more families like the Dwyers. Donate $11 a month to Tunnel to Towers at T2T.org. That's T2T.org.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
A Trump nominee faces a Senate confirmation hearing this morning.
Michael Waltz is looking to prove he's the right choice for ambassador to the United Nations. The former national security advisor to President Trump and congressman, though, is likely to face questions from senators over what some call Signalgate, where a journalist was allowed into a group chat on the app Signal discussing airstrikes in Yemen. It's his first time testifying before Congress since. Supporters of Waltz have touted his military experience and his support among his fellow former GOP House members. He will need 50 votes to be confirmed by the full Senate. On Capitol Hill, Ryan Schmelz, Fox News.
We'll get a big update to the economy next hour. A check on inflation for last month. The consumer price index predicted to rise from May and from a year ago.
Here's the expectations. 2.7% is going to be that annual headline number. The Fed actually more looks at the core prices, which that takes out food and energy, which are pretty volatile. Things I'm going to be looking at today are going to be automobile prices. I'm also going to be looking at apparel because those are more price sensitive to the tariffs. And this all is going to dictate the Fed's decision on interest rates.
That's Fox Business Network Cheryl Casoni on Wall Street. Ahead of that, stock futures are mixed. They're down a little for the Dow, rising for the NASDAQ the morning after it had a record close. In baseball, a catcher shines as a slugger.
Mariners catcher Cal Raleigh's magical season continued Monday night in Atlanta.
Raleigh, the league leader in home runs with 38, is now the home run derby champ, defeating Rays infielder Junior Caminero in the finals. Raleigh hit 18 home runs to Caminero's 15 in the final round and joins Ken Griffey Jr. as the only Mariners player to win the derby, while also becoming the first catcher and switch hitter to win the event. Joe Morgan, Fox News.
Cal Raleigh will back cleanup tonight for the American League, facing the NL in the All-Star Game in Atlanta that you can watch on Fox, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Here's the latest from the WIBX newsroom. I'm Doug Callan. As reported on Monday, a woman collided with a deer while running the Boilermaker through the Valley View Golf Course during a race on Sunday. We now know her injuries were serious. Her name and condition have not been released. However, race officials say she was treated by Boilermaker medical staff, transported to Wynn Hospital, and then transferred to Upstate Medical Center. No other details are available. During yesterday's press conference, it was learned that 77 people were treated in the medical tents due to heat, 6 of whom were transported to Wynn Hospital. Next year's Boilermaker is set for July 13th, 2026. A photo gallery by Nancy L. Ford. More than 60 photos has been posted to WIBX's website. And we now know a fire in Vernon on Saturday morning killed some 30 pets at the home. WKTV reports that the Red Cross is assisting 4 family members, including a 15-year-old who have been displaced. Former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo has announced he'll stay in the race for New York City mayor as an independent. Cuomo lost last month in the primary to Democratic Socialist Zohran Mamdani. Cuomo said he's in agreement with other Democrats in the race who will take a poll in September, and the candidate who stands the best chance against Mamdani will stay in the race. The others will step down. Police across central New York are once again going to have to deal with another day of extreme heat. The State Department of Homeland Security and Emergency Services says temperatures in the region will rise to between 85 and 95 degrees. The best thing to do is drink plenty of water, remain inside as much as possible, they say, to prevent the risk of heat-related illness. The latest forecast and alerts are on our website. Another air quality alert, health alert, has been issued for upstate New York because of particles in the air. Pollutants. Oneida, Herkimer, and Madison counties are a part of it. They say the air particles are from wildfires in Canada. The air quality alert is in effect from 10 a.m. today until midnight tonight. And Restaurant Week is underway in Oneida County. 50 locally owned restaurants here in the county will offer deals and prefix menus as an option through July 24th. The full story is available at WIBX950.com. In sports, the Major League Baseball All-Star Game is set to be played in Atlanta tonight. The American League is aiming to notch its second straight victory and win its 11th of the last 12 All-Star contests when they take on the National League at Truist Park. The AL won last year's Game 5-3 after the NL snapped a 9-game losing skid in 2023. Seattle Mariners catcher Cal Raleigh hit 18 home runs in the final round to beat Tampa Bay's Junior Caminero and win the home run derby in Atlanta. Raleigh is the first catcher to win the event and the first Seattle player to do so since Ken Griffey Jr. He won 3 times back in 1994 through 1999. Raleigh hit a total of 54 homers over 3 rounds, 10 more than Caminero. The dates are set for the Syracuse University men's basketball team's games in this year's Players Era Festival. The Orange will battle the Houston Cougars on November 24th and Kansas Jayhawks November 25th. And the Jets are locking up one of their top playmakers, according to ESPN. The Green and White have signed wide receiver Garrett Wilson to a 4-year, $130 million contract extension. That is the latest. I'm Doug Callan for WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Clearing will take place early on this Tuesday, then some afternoon sun as the high warms up to 89. Tonight it will be clear of the low in the mid to upper 60s and a high and humid Wednesday with a few scattered thunderstorms as the high hits 91 with a heat index into the mid-90s. Rain will increase on Thursday with a high in the upper 80s. I'm Jeff Marr at the Weather Channel on WIBX 950 AM and 92.3 FM.
Well, we have sunshine and 67 now. Mark Butler and Andrew Dominio both in as guest hosts here this morning. So you can imagine this studio is trouble. Trouble. We have a lot to get to, and we will. I do have some comments. Do you mind me getting a couple in here? This is Big Honey and Hecla. This actually is from yesterday. Yeah, I met Manaski. Nice guy. A lot more hair than I was expecting. Because he's always complaining about his hair, right? That he doesn't have enough hair.
Lack thereof.
But Manaski will be filling in for me while I am on VACATION.
Vacation.
It's an old Tammy Wynette song. I don't know if you remember it.
Right, yeah.
VACA. Yeah. And hold on. I do have a couple of YouTube comments for you two. Deeds in New Hartford. Oh, man, I miss Andrew's singing. Good to see you, Andrew. Trump said, by the way, to cut back on the water for the Boilermaker. He's cutting back water now, Bill. Trump, so bad. See what you got people doing here?
Well, there's tomorrow's OD headlines.
See what you have people doing.
Oh, my gosh.
Hello,
Deeds.
Utica Public Library is part of the Oneida County America 250. It's America's 250 in Oneida County. 250 years next year.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah. It is. Kickoff is to a proud feature, and they are proud to feature the American Revolution experience, and it happens now through the 24th. The display showcases at the Utica Public Library lasting connections to people and places indelibly linked to our war for independence, which much of that happened right here. You want to add something?
Yeah, something very interesting. When I was in the legislature, I talked to my friends from the Hudson Valley and downstate, and I would talk about the Battle of Oriskany. None of them have ever heard of it.
You know
I
what?
said there would have been no Saratoga if it hadn't been for Oriskany, and we might be speaking English right now, for God's sakes.
And drinking tea. So I do have to say that the woman, Laney, we had on yesterday, what is her full name, Davey? Because I want to make sure I get it right.
Leslie Laney.
Leslie Laney is from West Virginia, and she said they had never heard of the Battle of Oriskany, but then they came up to Saratoga, and she said, "Do you know they called the Battle of Oriskany a skirmish." It was the bloodiest battle of the
per capita. The casualty rate was the highest,
and it was instrumental. So we've done a bad job of promoting ourselves, and we need to, because really that whole thing, it's not just Oneida County, because it stretches into Herkimer County as well. That's where General Herkimer ultimately lost his life.
Yeah,
with the leg amputation.
It's an amazing story. These farmers, shopkeepers, what have you,
and the United Nation was right by our side. So we've got to do a better job of getting this story out, because it is important. The display showcases lasting connections to people and places indelibly linked to the war for independence. The Bicentennial of Lafayette's Farewell Tour traveling exhibit will also be on display. You can come kick off with light refreshments today at noon, where the guest speaker will be County Executive Anthony Piceni. The exhibit is hosted by Utica Public Library and sponsored by the Oneida chapter of DAR, Daughters of the American Revolution. Check out the amazing exhibits today, and the ceremony will happen at noon at the Utica Public Library. So there you go. And it is Mark Butler approved.
That's right. I give it the seal of approval.
Yeah. And I'm assuming, maybe some of these people marched through Newport. Who knows? Maybe.
Well, they know the route. It came through Schuyler.
Yeah.
But no, they didn't.
Well, the Mohawk River was the real guiding the guiding vessel.
Now, Uncle Walter Butler, he probably came through Newport back toward the end of it.
So you had an uncle who was from back then.
I don't know if that'll qualify me to get into the DAR, because I don't think he was on the right side of the.
You'd be the SAR. Yeah. Did you know? I didn't know this until she told us yesterday. Before there was a DAR, there was a Sons of the American Revolution.
Oh.
And what is interesting, and it tells a lot to me anyway, is that the Sons of the American Revolution was an organization that became unorganized and just didn't work out. The Daughters of the American Revolution,
standing strong.
They're still going strong. Yeah. What does that tell you? As we both, actually all three of us, have very strong women in our lives.
Strong-willed women.
Yes, very
absolutely.
big. All right, let's talk about the smoke and what are you inhaling. When they tell you don't go outside, really, I'm going outside today.
Got to.
Now, if you have issues, maybe we'll speak to Dr. Hall about all of it. Coming up at WIBX.
This station is brought to you by Tallman's Tire, located in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, and Herkimer, and online at tallmanstire.com.
Hey there, it's summer and the energy is on. One of my favorite quotes is energy is everything. Lisa here, and we're turning up the heat at Fit Body Boot Camp with our summer sizzle. Life gets crazy this time of year, but just 30 minutes of exercise can keep you fit, focused, and feeling fantastic. With 2 convenient locations in Whitesboro and Clinton, Fit Body Boot Camp's summer sizzle will help you feel confident and strong. Did I mention that we have air conditioning? We're not just a gym, we're a community that inspires fitness and changes lives. Ready to take that first step? Come join us and get fit for summer.
Adirondack Home Furniture is the area's go-to store for top-quality, durable, American-made pieces for any room. And all month long, Adirondack Home Furniture is having a summer sale event on select floor pieces. Stop in and check out their hot summer buys all month long through Labor Day weekend. Are you looking for a better night's sleep? Then check out their selection of Restonic mattresses or their private label flippable mattress line. Once you select the perfect piece for your space, they can deliver it locally free of charge, or you can pick it up from their showroom. So stop into Adirondack Home Furniture today for their summer sales event and save big on select floor pieces and take what you love home today. And save even more in their clearance room with many new markdowns and price to sell items. Adirondack Home Furniture in Riverside Center, Utica. Give them a call at 315-738-7817 or visit AdirondackHomeFurniture.com.
Beautiful woodwork adds warmth and charm to any kitchen. But years of use can leave your cabinets worn and faded. When you call Enhance, we'll make your cabinets as good as new again in as little as 1 day for a lot less than you pay for traditional refinishing or replacements. Whether you want to renew your cabinet's original finish or completely change their color, just tell us the look you want and we'll help you get it. Or bring your hardwood floors back to life. With most Enhance renewals, you can use your floors again the same day. Plus, there's no mess, no dust, and no odors. Call Enhance today for a free in-home consultation. We'll explain the process, we'll show you how your cabinets or floors will look when we're done, and we promise you'll be really pleased with the price. And when you trust Enhance, you'll get the skilled workmanship and attention to detail we bring to every job. There's no obligation. Call us now at 738-1113. 738-1113.
The Utica Stampede and Rodeo and Expo comes back to the Adirondack Bank Center. 2 days of rodeo fun with 8 different events, with over 30 of the best bull riders in the Northeast competing for large cash prizes. Get your tickets now at EmpireStateTix.com, in person at the Adirondack Bank Center box office, or over the phone by calling 315-790-9070. It's the Utica Stampede and Rodeo, presented by Don's Ford Clinton Tractor, and best enjoyed with Coors Banquet, the official beer of the rodeo.
Hi, this is Ray Durso of the Genesis Group. If you're interested in keeping up with events and news in the Mohawk Valley region, I have the show for you. It's called This Week in the Mohawk Valley, and it airs every Sunday on WIBX. Join us as we talk with area business leaders, elected officials, law enforcement, educators, and more. Don't miss This Week in the Mohawk Valley every Sunday at 9 a.m. on WIBX 950 a.m. 92.3 FM.
Hey, I want to tell you, if you need work on your home that involves concrete, masonry work, whether it be a driveway. I always love a concrete driveway.
Yes,
I think it's classy and it lasts. Sidewalk repair, foundation repair, your chimney, whatever it is in terms of concrete and masonry work. It's Brank Construction. Call them today. They'll get the job done right and right on time. Call 315-894-3481. And if you've been lifting cement blocks and now you're feeling pain, it may be your feet.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Arches.
And enter the Good Feet store. Arches, arch support specialists, transforming lives every single day. And now there is the Good Feet store in New Hartford. It's a 3-step system, and it begins with a free fitting and test walk, no appointment needed. You can walk in, no obligation, and it's personalized, and you will see where your arch is off. If you're having that pain, you have that issue. And they have these inserts. They will go into your shoes, or you can add shoes from them. And it's strengtheners, maintainers, and relaxers. 3 categories of arch supports with varying levels of strength and support. You're really exercising. Even if you're sitting there, it's still doing the job and keeping you in place and training your feet to walk properly once again. It's the Good Feet store. Call them today at 315-999-3910. Located, and you can walk in without an appointment, 4630 Commercial Drive in New Hartford.
WIBX. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
I have a few others that I'll squeeze in here. Jay Wick. You're missed, Dr. Drew. Welcome back for a second.
Good morning.
Also was Sons of Italy. And today, WIBX set a record with its 250,000th guest. Congratulations. You may be right. Well, this is how we're celebrating the 100th anniversary. And let me tell you something. And Andrew Manaski knows this better than anybody else, but the fact that I'm the last, me and Davey are the last two standing is something
that's historical.
No one predicted.
Yeah.
There was never predicted. Steve and Andrew hasn't been gone that long. I guess Florida living and being married has added some pounds. Oh.
It's the camera. I got to say, it...
you look like you've lost a little weight.
Yeah, well, not according to some. But I got to tell you, you land at the Syracuse airport and you immediately put on 10 pounds because the food is just so much better here.
Correct. Let's see. Andrew, John, I get a headache listening to you guys talk history, all while you're not even realizing you're living through it. Oh, that's a big... Butler agrees with you.
I agree.
Andrew looks awesome, along with Bill, Jeff, and Davey. Jawick and Mark. Jawick, I always say, send in a picture of yourself before you insult. That's a really good, right?
Yeah.
Before you start ripping on me, let me see you.
Yeah, well.
I like that. Let me bring in Dr. Kent Hall. Doc, we're going to need some psychological help.
Yeah, I need some weight loss tips.
They have just hurt Andrew's psyche. This is not good. He's immediately going into an anorexic diet. It's going to be terrible.
God.
We must step in. And I'm not joking about these things. When you pick on somebody's weight, it can have a very, very bad, especially girls, young girls, can have a horrible effect on people.
And I will tell you, Andrew, the radio puts 10 pounds on you.
It does, yeah. Dr. Hall, good morning. I'm assuming you agree with that statement.
I do, especially if you're carrying around a 10-pound radio.
That's right. That is a heavy radio. That is right. You know, the tubes and stuff. That's bulky. They're bulky. Bulky. Doc, good morning.
Good morning. How you doing this morning?
It's good to hear from Dr. Hall.
Yes. It is. It's kind of funny, Doc. Since Andrew left, you don't get those calls in the middle of the night. Hey, I know that I'm not supposed to call you on your personal phone, but I'm having this problem with my ... You're not getting those calls anymore from Andrew.
And thank you, Andrew, for giving me his personal phone number.
Yeah, right.
All right, Doc. There is an air quality warning in place. And we're told more smoke from the Canadian wildfires. And what the DEC is saying, I believe it's the DEC, they're saying you should probably stay inside. Although when I look at air, at least right now in Marcy, we are in we're worse than we were yesterday. Yesterday we were at a moderate level at about 53. Today, starting off the day, we're at moderate at 74. So the particles which are in the air drifting from the Canadian wildfires. What are your thoughts? Are we overreacting a little to this?
Yeah, so I will tell you, I'm looking out my kitchen window right now, and normally, because of where my house is, I can see all the way across the Mohawk Valley to the north side. And right now, I can't see down to the bottom of the hill. So that is a combination of the humidity and the particulate matter. So are we overreacting? It depends on how you're reacting. I would say is that there are certain people that should definitely be very cautious, especially people with respiratory problems, so asthma, COPD, or any kind of problem where the ability for oxygen to get from your lungs into your blood is compromised. So any kind, it could be an autoimmune disease or something like that, but anything like that, you should definitely be very careful going outside and limit going outside, staying inside, preferably in an air-conditioned area where you get rid of some of the humidity too. The same thing is true with people with heart disease, and mostly that's because it puts excess strain on your heart because it has to pump harder. Young kids, because of, and I'm talking very, very young kids, because their airways are not as developed from a protective standpoint, and so this particulate matter can get down lower into the lungs and can cause problems. I will also say that, even for people that are healthy, if you go outside, you'll probably notice that your eyes are going to be, itchy.
The burning, a little burning in the eyes. Yeah, I've noticed that.
Yeah, and that's true for everybody. That's not related to any particular, people with eye problems. That's just everybody.
Yeah.
The other thing that I would say is that your ability to take oxygen in and your ability to get rid of heat is definitely impaired in this kind of an environment. The particulate matter plus the humidity. And so I really, I would strongly urge people to cut back on whatever exercising they may be doing outside. And if that means that your work involves, heavy exercise, then you really have to think, and the supervisors really need to think about, do you want your people working out in that kind of an environment? I understand that some people have to because of their jobs. So.
We're lucky here. I mean, there's no air that can get into this building or out, which is not necessarily all that good, I don't think. Right now, as you said, it's PM 2.5, primary, which is the pollutant, 2.5, and then it's at a moderate level of 74 is where we're at. But this is going to mean that we're, that blue sky that you would expect to see today because of the current forecast, we're probably not going to see.
That's right, and I will tell you that when the sun is going to look like a red ball as opposed to being a glowing yellow thing. I'm not suggesting you be looking at the sun, but you will notice that's true too. So it's actually going to. I will tell you. So as a photographer, I will tell you that this can actually make for some really interesting lighting for certain types of photographs. So, but that's me being selfish, honestly. So
so Dr. Hall, I mean, these wildfires, I don't know how long they've been going on, but I mean, that combined with the humidity, that may have been a reason why you had some health issues likely during the Boilermaker race, or no?
Well, yeah. So I would say that number one, it was very hot. It was very warm. Even at the start, and it was very humid. And I can
humidity was the worst.
And I can tell you from having run a marathon, in just those kinds of conditions, that is not good. It's a recipe for having problems. I would say that the healthcare folks that were supervising and taking care of people, from all the reports that I heard, did a very good job in terms of identifying, jumping on people right away, even pulling people off of the course that they felt were struggling more than they should be. So.
All right. Well, the fact is that these Canadian wildfires have been burning like out of control. I would have thought they would have run out of fuel, if you will. But that is not the case, and they're really struggling with that. To the northwest is really where a lot of these fires are coming from. All right, Doc, we appreciate it. And, of course, the Boilermaker, what a horrible story of the deer running across the path of one of the runners and colliding and causing serious injury to the point where we don't have any details, but she was taken to Upstate Medical after going to win. So that would tell you it was a serious injury.
Yeah, that was just a freak kind of an accident, and I certainly hope that the runner does well. But yeah, it's obviously a pretty significant injury if they needed to go to the level 1 center. So
yeah, all right, Doc, we appreciate it. Have a great rest of the week.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great day, and please be safe.
Dr. Kent Hall. Andrew, Mike this morning. Andrew must be extremely excited about the Red Sox 10-game winning streak. The team is basically made up of a lot of no-name players without a lot of money, and they're on a 10-game streak.
The dynasty of the 90s was a lot of that as well.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, we'll do news. And today, Davey, our free money question of the day is worth how much money?
All those Yankees, those teams, a lot of those were farm club people.
They built from within.
Yeah.
Kind of. Davey, how much is the free money question?
$150.
$150 today. Chance for you to win. Well, that's what the Mets have done. $150 this morning. We'll do the free money question after news. Coming right up.
Tallman's Tire and Auto Service is celebrating 45 years of serving Central New York. Family owned and operated since 1980, they're proud to provide trusted professional auto care to our community. From brake repairs and New York State inspections to AC service and check engine light diagnostics, they offer complete auto service and repair. When your vehicle needs attention, you can count on them to get you back on the road quickly and safely. Save time and money. Schedule your appointment today at tallmanstire.com.
Nurses at Oneida Health Hospital always advocate for our patients and work hard to provide the best care for them. Now we're fighting to make sure that hospital executives put patients over profits and properly staff their hospital. Nurses are demanding a fair contract to ensure that we can continue to provide the safe, quality patient care our community deserves. Learn more and take action at www.nisna.org/Oneida. Paid for by the New York State Nurses Association.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have Leaf Filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/radio to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/radio for your free gutter inspection today. See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. One discount per household.
Here's the latest from the WIBX newsroom. I'm Doug Callum. As reported on Monday, a woman collided with a deer while running the Boilermaker through the Valley View golf course during a race on Sunday. We now know her injuries were serious. Her name and condition have not been released. However, race officials say she was treated by Boilermaker medical staff, transported to Wynn Hospital, and then transferred to Upstate Medical Center. No other details are available. During yesterday's press conference, it was learned that 77 people were treated in the medical tents due to heat, 6 of whom were transported to Wynn Hospital. Next year's Boilermaker is set for July 13th, 2026. A photo gallery by Nancy L. Ford. More than 60 photos has been posted to WIBX's website. And we now know a fire in Vernon on Saturday morning killed some 30 pets at the home. WKTV reports that the Red Cross is assisting 4 family members, including a 15-year-old who have been displaced. Former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo has announced he'll stay in the race for New York City mayor as an independent. Cuomo lost last month in the primary to Democratic Socialist Zohran Mamdani. Cuomo said he's in agreement with other Democrats in the race who will take a poll in September, and the candidate who stands the best chance against Mandani will stay in the race. The others will step down. Police across central New York are once again going to have to deal with another day of extreme heat. The State Department of Homeland Security and Emergency Services says temperatures in the region will rise to between 85 and 95 degrees. The best thing to do is drink plenty of water, remain inside as much as possible, they say, to prevent the risk of heat-related illness. The latest forecast and alerts are on our website. Another air quality alert, health alert, has been issued for upstate New York because of particles in the air. Pollutants. Oneida, Herkimer, and Madison counties are a part of it. They say the air particles are from wildfires in Canada. The air quality alert is in effect from 10 a.m. today until midnight tonight. That is the latest. I'm Doug Callan for WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Clearing will take place early on this Tuesday, then some afternoon sun as the high warms up to 89. Tonight it will be clear of the low in the mid to upper 60s, and a high and humid Wednesday with a few scattered thunderstorms as the high hits 91 with a heat index into the mid-90s. Rain will increase on Thursday with a high in the upper 80s. I'm Jeff Marr at the Weather Channel on WIBX 950 AM and 92.3 FM.
All right, currently we're looking at 69 degrees and sunshine, which hopefully lasts a little longer than we expect based on this smoke from the Canadian fires. Coming up in a few minutes in studio, her song is called I Used To. Hallie Dugan is from West Winfield, and she is a really, really great performer in country music. And we'll speak with her, and she'll perform a song. I believe, Davey, it's her and her dad. Her dad will also be accompanying her. So she'll perform live here coming up in a bit. Davey, it's Hobica's free money question. It's worth $150, $150, and you're looking for caller number what?
Caller 5.
Fifth caller right now, 315-736-0186 at WIBX.
Hey there, it's summer and the energy is on. One of my favorite quotes is energy is everything. Lisa here, and we're turning up the heat at Fit Body Boot Camp with our summer sizzle. Life gets crazy this time of year, but just 30 minutes of exercise can keep you fit, focused, and feeling fantastic. With 2 convenient locations in Whitesboro and Clinton. Fit Body Boot Camp's summer sizzle will help you feel confident and strong. Did I mention that we have air conditioning? We're not just a gym, we're a community that inspires fitness and changes lives. Ready to take that first step? Come join us and get fit for summer.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX Utica, Rome, W295EI, WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM, celebrating 100 years. This is Keeler in the Morning, WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
All right, it's time for Hobica's free money question of the day. Joseph and Andrew Hobica.
He's still doing this contest.
Still doing it at 315-724-1600, although Davey has angered him a little bit. I don't know. For all of your legal needs, call the Hobica Law Firm, 315-724-1600. It is on Genesee Street. They're located on Genesee Street in New Hartford. You want to add to that? I know you use the Hobica Law Firm a lot for closings and that sort of thing.
Yep. Their office is very diligent.
Anthony is in Burlington Flats and ready to take a shot at Hobica's free money question of the day. Good morning, Anthony. Good morning.
Good morning, Bill. Good morning, Andrew.
Good morning. Andrew's here, and please do not leave out Davey and Mark Butler.
Good morning, Mark, and good morning, Davey.
All right. Good to hear from you. Oh, I got to get your mic on. There you go.
Good morning to you.
Okay. Okay, Anthony, how you doing? Is it hot there in Burlington Flats?
Yes.
Yeah, it's humid too, isn't it? It's just terrible.
Well, for heavy set folks like myself, Anthony, it's the heat's even worse.
You're referring to yourself as heavy set.
Well, according to recent survey.
Steven, yeah. All right, Anthony. Here's how this works. You know that we throw a question at you. If you get it right, it's worth $150. You'll have 7 seconds to answer the question. And any questions before we start? Are you good?
I'm fine.
All right. This is one of those trivia pieces that if you know this, you absolutely know it. If you don't know it, you got to take a guess. So this is from the category Marlon Perkins, Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom. So you know it's going to be about animals. Okay, here, Anthony, is your question. The wood frog can hold his what for up to 8 months? Ready, set, and go.
His breath.
His breath. That's a really good guess.
That's what you think it would be.
That's what you would think it would be. Hold his breath. The wood frog can hold his breath. Well, Jim, you know Marlon Perkins. You ever used to watch that? Probably you're old enough to know Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom.
I remember it.
I remember him saying the wood frog can hold his pee for up to 8 months.
Oh.
Yeah, it means he does not, for up to 8 months, a wood frog will not urinate. That's crazy, Anthony, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, I did like your answer, breath. Hold his breath for up to 8 months. Okay, we're going to give you the all-in-one food and fun card, which you can use at some restaurants down here, including Babes and Taylor and the Cook, Aquavino, or at the Adirondack Bank Center, et cetera, okay? Anything else you want to say to people this morning while we have you on here, Anthony? Want to say hello to anybody?
I like to say hello to people at my work.
Where do you work, by the way?
I work at Cooperstown Central School District.
At the Cooperstown Central School District. At one point, my son actually went to Cooperstown many years ago, so it's a very good school district. All right, good to hear from you. Stand by, and Davey's going to hook you up, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, Anthony, thank you. There he is in Burlington Flats. Anthony, we're moving microphones around. Do you want me to break? I'd rather keep it here as we watch this actually unfold. Coming in studio right now is Haley Dugan. Haley is from West Winfield. And while she's getting set up and while everybody else is getting set up, I'm going to chat with Haley. Andrew's going to help you. Take that. Yeah. All right. Do whatever you want. All right. So you're going to sing into this one. Okay. Hi, Haley. Good morning. We're going to have you really tight on the microphone in order to be able to hear you here.
Is this good?
That's pretty good. A little closer if you could.
Is this
That's
good?
better.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Tell me about you. You're from, and you brought your dad with you.
Yeah, I brought my dad.
And he's going to play? Are you playing too?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Hi, Dad. Good morning. Good morning.
How you doing? Can you hear me all right?
You got to go right on it, so Andrew's going to help there. And then we're going to use this mic over here, too, to get a guitar. You guys will figure it out. All right, Haley, tell me about you.
Well.
By the way, have you ever seen anything more disorganized than this is like...
No, this is fine. I've
Yeah.
never been on the radio or anything. I'm not sure.
Well, you certainly aren't dressed for it.
Yeah, I mean, you got to dress up to be on the radio. All right, tell me, you're from West Winfield. And
From West Winfield.
Go ahead, tell us all about you.
Born and raised. I don't know. I've just been singing since I was born, I guess. My grandma told me that when I like exited entered into the world, I screamed, and she goes, "She's gonna be a singer."
Gonna be a singer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I've just been, singing, and then when I think
I'm so glad though that you chose like country music as opposed to like punk rock screamer, like a screamer.
Well, what's funny is I do enjoy both.
Oh, you do? All right.
Yeah.
Well,
but I would never write a song that way.
No.
So.
Listen to Yoko Ono sometime, and you'll realize I don't think so. So you write your own music.
Yeah, I've only written one other song before this. I was like 15.
Okay.
It's not. I mean, my dad loves it. I don't think it's great.
Well, let's talk to Dad. Hi, Dad. I don't have your name here.
David.
David. Good morning, David.
How you doing?
So tell me about your daughter here.
She just had a lot of natural ability.
Yeah.
Right from the start.
And the same story. She came out screaming, and here we go.
Well, I think maybe the age of maybe 4 or 5, you came to learn that she had perfect pitch.
Okay.
So you could just, if I said, Haley, sing an E, she could just pull it right out of the air.
That's not easy to do.
That is not.
Yeah.
You're kind of born with that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
the majority of people don't even know what that means.
No.
You say
I know.
No.
That's why I don't really.
How do you sing a letter?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, there is the thing that you do get used. As time goes on, and you play guitar, you do get used to it. So when you hear an E, you're on a guitar. I also play guitar poorly, but I play. You know that E. You kind of know that E.
Right.
But that's something that takes a long time.
So not at the age of 5, though, you wouldn't know it.
No, not at 5. So, all right. And you're going to play along.
Yeah.
Do you think we have the mics in pretty good?
We'll figure it out.
You're going to figure it out. We're going to set you up. Don't be nervous at all. Yeah, you look nervous.
I've never done this.
Deep
before.
breaths. Deep breaths. Listen, I come in here every day. I get more and more nervous every day.
Okay.
Usually it's because I think they're going to fire me. I'm next. I'm the next one.
I'm next.
Yeah, it's coming. Every time I see a cardboard box somewhere, I'm like, that's what they're going to ask me to fill my stuff in. Put it in the box. All right, so we'll do a little testing here just to make sure, and then Andrew, you know the gig here.
Should I sing?
You're going to sing into that one. If you'd like to take the windscreen off, just pull that right off.
Pull it right off.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch it either.
I won't.
She's been around microphones. There we go. This is the worst introduction into a great segment that you'll ever hear, by the way. And you can tell we're live. You can move over. Are you singing or just playing?
I'm just playing.
So you move over just a little bit,
Okay.
even if we don't get you in the shot as
early,
much.
by the way.
All right. That'll make it a little easier for you guys. All right. Let's play just a little warm-up so I can get a feel for what you guys are doing here. This is, by the way, Haley Dugan from West Winfield.
So are we starting or am
Well, you can, I want to hear what the guitar's going to sound like. So start the song a little bit so I get a little feel for it. So, if you could. Here we go. If you're feeling good, just take it away.
Okay. I used to look forward to getting older. Now I'm craving my youth. 'Cause I thought as you aged, things fell into place. But that was never the truth. Now I'm alone and asking why. Oh, I'm trying to keep my head above the water, but I'm just swallowing the whole sea. And I'm trying with all I can not to give up, because I'm hoping that feeling comes back to me, comes back to me. Out of breath from this race, but I'm running in place. No, I haven't moved. I'm wearing a mask, I'm trying to hide what I'm really feeling inside. All of my knots are coming untied. Now I'm alone and asking
Very, very nice. And what grade are you in, by the way? And
I'm grade.
Are you out? Because you look young, so I don't.
29.
You're. Did you see that?
That's really flattering.
Did you see that? I didn't see that coming. I never saw that coming. Wow.
That's exactly. It's like really about me almost being 30 and not, not
wow.
doing much with my life.
I got to tell you, David, I never saw that coming.
My age.
She ages really well.
Thank you.
That was a beautiful song, though. That was really awesome.
I messed up a little, but
No.
I'm not a performer, really. But
can we come back tonight and do it again?
We'll do it every day if you guys want.
Good. That's
it was really, really good.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I think the best part.
Okay, good.
No one heard anything. Best part was the song and your performance.
Thank you.
Second best part was me thinking you're in high school.
I know.
That's funny. That's
no,
great.
I get that a lot. It's okay.
Yeah. And I thought you, David, were in junior high. So
good man.
Yeah,
I like it.
I'm wrong about a lot of stuff. So okay,
that's funny.
Thank you. Great job.
Thank you.
Haley Dugan is from West Winfield. The song is called "I Used To," and thanks so much.
Thank you.
Quick break. I can break, Davey. Yes. Quick break at WIBX.
Hey there, it's summer and the energy is on. One of my favorite quotes is energy is everything. Lisa here, and we're turning up the heat at Fit Body Boot Camp with our summer sizzle. Life gets crazy this time of year, but just 30 minutes of exercise can keep you fit, focused, and feeling fantastic. With 2 convenient locations in Whitesboro and Clinton, Fit Body Boot Camp's summer sizzle will help you feel confident and strong. Did I mention that we have air conditioning? We're not just a gym, we're a community that inspires fitness and changes lives. Ready to take that first step? Come join us and get fit for summer.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
What if we got rewarded for every good decision?
Dinner. Meal needs a vegetable. Check.
Amazing!
Vegetables cooked with a healthier oil instead of butter?
Fantastic! Replacing bad fats with healthier fats, like those in canola or vegetable oil, is good for your heart. Take up the challenge for good health, because the you of the future will say,
fantastic!
Visit heart.org/face the fats. Canola Info proudly supports the American Heart Association's Face the Fats campaign.
On today's episode of America's Least Wanted, the home invaders most likely to threaten your family are not human. Cockroaches can spread salmonella and trigger asthma attacks. Termites destroy billions of dollars in property each year. And stinging insects send 500,000 people to emergency rooms. Learn how to protect your family. Arm yourself with the facts at pestworld.org. A public service announcement from the National Pest Management Association.
Introducing a breakthrough in time management technology. A whole new day of the week. It's called Someday. It's ingenious. Perhaps someday you were going to go skydiving. Enter a hot dog eating contest. Maybe ride a mechanical bull. Now it's on the calendar. You may want to retire someday. Ready for that? Then you'll really want a My Social Security account at socialsecurity.gov. You can estimate your future benefits, plan for your retirement, and how to save for it. If you already receive benefits, you can manage them online. Millions of people already have a My Social Security account. In fact, someone opens one about every 6 seconds. You should get yours today, because someday is here at socialsecurity.gov.
This is Keeler in the Morning. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Before I do anything, I do want to say in Sarah's Flooring Outlet has the top quality when it comes to carpet, gorgeous ceramic tile. We just recently purchased their ceramic tile, and it is really beautiful. It's such a selection. And the other thing is we're waiting, and the month of August will be our month where our contractor is ready to go. So difficult today to get. When you find a good contractor, you want that person, right?
Yeah, you often have to wait.
And you oftentimes have to wait because they're in demand. That's probably a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's my endorsement of you, Nagel, just so you know. Gorgeous ceramic tile, durable LVP, waterproof and I want to thank Inceras for holding the tile, which we bought it last year, and they're holding it for us. And we're really excited about adding it to the home. Waterproof laminate, vinyl, that's also very important. The best in laminate and vinyl, the best in floor covering, not seconds. You'll always get the best quality at Inceras Flooring Outlet. They have the largest inventory in the area. Plus, you'll always get the best deal because they have the largest inventory and they have that buying power. And they have the experience in floor covering that rivals anyone, so you get the best from Inceras. Remember, you get 6 months interest-free financing. That's really big. And, of course, you can see why more people buy from the big store, Route 49 Plaza, River Road, Marcy, and IncerasFlooringOutlet.com. In studio, Mark Butler, Andrew Dominio in this morning. Both of them, and you're getting to 2 for 1 here this morning. Pretty
I got
excited.
a feeling you're trying to push me aside here.
You know, it's funny. I thought that Haley was in high school.
Yeah.
She's 29.
Yeah, almost 30.
I thought Butler was in his hundreds. And so clearly I don't do well with
hundreds.
Hundreds. Anyway, no. Was I the only one that?
No, I thought, at the very least, college.
Yeah.
College.
Are you just trying to make me feel good?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good. Thank you.
Recently, my wife, she just had her 30th birthday, and she still gets ID'd.
She looks young.
She still gets ID'd, and we had an incident at a restaurant where we got up and walked out because the waitress, the high and mighty, I know everything waitress, said her New York ID wasn't legitimate because she was wearing a hat.
This is down in Florida.
Yeah, she was wearing a hat. And, what it says to me is, what do people think that she sees that they see she has a wedding ring. I have my wedding ring. And they don't look at me and say, this guy's young. What do they think that I'm,
It is Florida. I'm just saying there are certain parts where you can go and that ain't illegal.
I said, so we got up and left. I said, I wanted to say the waitress, what are you and your manager, or what are you, former DMV employees or something?
She came out and
she took the drink order. And she asked for my wife's ID, and she commented on the fact that she was wearing a hat in the ID. The DMV person let her wear the hat.
I'm surprised they did that.
I'm surprised too, but nonetheless it happened, and we looked it up. As long as it's not covering eyes and facial features, you can wear the hat.
There are some people who are balding or have an issue, and they will not remove their hat.
I was going to suggest, Bill, you should next time you have your picture taken, get a hat, like a sombrero.
One opportunity after another at insults here this morning between me and Butler.
So nonetheless, she takes the drink order. See, I'm moving on.
Yes, thank you.
She takes the drink order and then goes inside and then comes back out and says, "No, my manager and I felt that this is illegal." And you're going to have to procure some other form of ID. So as my wife's going in her purse to get something else, I said, nope, we're gone. We got up and walked out.
And you guys left.
We went to the other restaurant, and they didn't ID her.
They didn't even ID her.
But, really, she's married to me.
Well,
you really think she's 20?
Technically, if they looked at your age, which you're how old now?
35. I just turned 35.
That would make you a real creep.
I know.
Right? If she's underage.
What does that say about me?
Yeah, or really rich.
Yes, not that.
I want to tell you, it's hot. Tomorrow we're going to be up in the low 90s and with the humidity. So Daylight Donuts in New Hartford is offering free iced coffees tomorrow.
Incredible.
Tomorrow, free iced coffees at Daylight Donuts. And that's in the Village of New Hartford. You can go right through the drive-thru and take advantage if you like. Daylight Donuts, free iced coffees while supplies last tomorrow. WIBX Utica Rome. News is next.
A real push for artificial intelligence. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
We need to win the battle for AI innovation in America, and Pennsylvania is at the center of it.
That's why President Trump will go there today, joining Republican Senator Dave McCormick in Pittsburgh for an innovation summit with dozens of CEOs.
With an 11-figure check, this announcement, $70 billion for new data centers, power and grid infrastructure, industrial site conversions, and AI workforce development.
Fox's Peter Ducey at the White House. There's a Trump legal victory.
A divided Supreme Court lifted a district judge's order that temporarily reversed planned layoffs and other cuts from the Department of Education. It means the Trump administration can resume laying off nearly 1,400 employees, part of a broader effort to eliminate the cabinet-level department, even as the legal challenge continues.
That's Fox's Jared Halpern. Now, Democrats warn trimming or closing the Department of Education will slash programs and hurt students. And 23 states have filed another legal challenge trying to stop that department from blocking school funding already approved by Congress. The U.S. is coming to Ukraine's defense again, providing more weapons and ammo that NATO will pay for. President Trump says he's very unhappy with Russian leader Vladimir Putin after all their negotiations.
The talk doesn't mean anything. My conversations with him are always very pleasant. They say, isn't that a very lovely conversation? And then the missiles go off that night.
The president's giving Putin 50 days to end the war, or he'll impose 100% tariffs on Russia's trading partners. Speaking of tariffs, there's a 17% new one on fresh tomatoes from Mexico.
Those in favor of the move say it will help rebuild the shrinking U.S. tomato industry and ensure that produce eaten in the U.S. is also grown in the States. But opponents, including U.S. companies that grow tomatoes in Mexico, say it will make fresh tomatoes more expensive for U.S. buyers and possibly disrupt the supply chain.
That's Hillary Barsky. America's listening to Fox News.
Allie Dwyer and her 3 sons lost their hero, Stephen. Serving our country in the United States Army was Stephen's calling, and flying helicopters was his passion. Stephen was killed in a Black Hawk helicopter crash over the Mediterranean Sea. Thanks to friends like you, Tunnel to Towers provided his family with a mortgage-free home, giving them security and hope in their darkest hours. Help more families like the Dwyers. Donate $11 a month to Tunnel to Towers at T2T.org. That's T2T.org.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
There are lingering flood alerts from North Carolina up to Delaware after a storm dumped heavy rain, 6 to 7 inches in parts of New Jersey and Pennsylvania, causing flooding, snarling travel in the Northeast.
Parts of New Jersey recovering from severe flooding as thunderstorms dumped heavy rains across the tri-state area Monday night. Plainfield and Scotch Plains in central New Jersey hit hard along Route 22, with portions of the New Jersey Turnpike underwater. New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy declaring a state of emergency. Emergency workers helped dozens of people stranded or trapped in their cars. Flash flooding also affecting several major roadways in New York and caused widespread delays on commuter trains and flooded subways. The storms also sparked ground stops at LaGuardia and JFK airports, causing major flight delays. In New York, Sue Guzman, Fox News.
Well, there are lingering problems for air travel this morning. More than 550 flights canceled. Many of them tour from Newark, New York, Philadelphia, and Washington, along with over 1,100 flight delays. A condemned killer has just hours left to live in Florida, set to get a lethal injection today.
54-year-old Michael Bernard Bell was convicted in 1995 for the murders of Jimmy West and Tamika Smith. His would be the 8th execution in Florida this year. A 9th one is scheduled for later this month. 25 men have been executed so far in the United States this year. That's equal to last year's total. Florida has executed more people than any other state this year. Gary Baumgarten, Fox News.
Later this hour, we will get an update on inflation. The Consumer Price Index expected to go up in June from May. And also, the annual rate of inflation is also expected to rise around 2.7%. Ahead of that on Wall Street, stock futures are mixed, down for the Dow, up for the NASDAQ. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Here's the latest from the WIBX newsroom. I'm Doug Callum. As reported on Monday, a woman collided with a deer while running the Boilermaker through the Valley View golf course during a race on Sunday. We now know her injuries were serious. Her name and condition have not been released. However, race officials say she was treated by Boilermaker medical staff, transported to Wynn Hospital, and then transferred to Upstate Medical Center. No other details are available. During yesterday's press conference, it was learned that 77 people were treated in the medical tents due to heat, 6 of whom were transported to Wynn Hospital. Next year's Boilermaker is set for July 13th, 2026. A photo gallery by Nancy L. Ford. More than 60 photos has been posted to WIBX's website. And we now know a fire in Vernon on Saturday morning killed some 30 pets at the home. WKTV reports that the Red Cross is assisting 4 family members, including a 15-year-old, who have been displaced. Former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo has announced he'll stay in the race for New York City mayor as an independent. Cuomo lost last month in the primary to Democratic Socialist Zohran Mamdani. Cuomo said he's in agreement with other Democrats in the race who will take a poll in September, and the candidate who stands the best chance against Mamdani will stay in the race. The others will step down. Police across central New York are once again going to have to deal with another day of extreme heat. The State Department of Homeland Security and Emergency Services says temperatures in the region will rise to between 85 and 95 degrees. The best thing to do is drink plenty of water, remain inside as much as possible, they say, to prevent the risk of heat-related illness. The latest forecast and alerts are on our website. Another air quality alert, health alert, has been issued for upstate New York because of particles in the air. Pollutants. Oneida, Herkimer, and Madison counties are a part of it. They say the air particles are from wildfires in Canada. The air quality alert is in effect from 10 a.m. today until midnight tonight. And Restaurant Week is underway in Oneida County. 50 locally owned restaurants here in the county will offer deals and prefix menus as an option through July 24th. The full story is available at WIBX950.com. In sports, the Major League Baseball All-Star Game is set to be played in Atlanta tonight. The American League is aiming to notch its second straight victory and win its 11th of the last 12 All-Star contests when they take on the National League at Truist Park. The AL won last year's Game 5-3 after the NL snapped a 9-game losing skid in 2023. Seattle Mariners catcher Cal Raleigh hit 18 home runs in the final round to beat Tampa Bay's Junior Caminero and win the Home Run Derby in Atlanta. Raleigh is the first catcher to win the event and the first Seattle player to do so since Ken Griffey Jr. He won 3 times back in 1994 through 1999. Raleigh hit a total of 54 homers over 3 rounds, 10 more than Caminero. The dates are set for the Syracuse University men's basketball team's games in this year's Players Era Festival. The Orange will battle the Houston Cougars on November 24th and Kansas Jayhawks November 25th. And the Jets are locking up one of their top playmakers, according to ESPN. The Green and White have signed wide receiver Garrett Wilson to a 4-year, $130 million contract extension. That is the latest. I'm Doug Callan for WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Clearing will take place early on this Tuesday, then some afternoon sun as the high warms up to 89. Tonight it will be clear of the low in the mid to upper 60s and a high and humid Wednesday with a few scattered thunderstorms as the high hits 91 with a heat index into the mid-90s. Rain will increase on Thursday with a high in the upper 80s. I'm Jeff Marr at the Weather Channel on WIBX 950 AM and 92.3 FM.
Currently, there's plenty of sunshine. We're at 69 degrees. Andrew Dominio and Mark Butler both in studio here this morning. Gentlemen, good morning. Thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Good morning.
As someone said on the YouTube channel this morning, congratulations on our 250,000th guest today. And it turns out it's Mark Butler.
Oh, hey, yeah. What do I win?
Nothing. Nothing
a new
at all.
shirt, I guess.
You win a chance to come back. Hey. And by the way, if you're watching on YouTube, you can see the two of these guys, both with their Hawaiian-type shirts.
Florida.
It was time.
I would say it's a Florida shirt.
Okay, Florida.
It's a Lucky Brand. I'm wearing Lucky Brand today.
Is that Lemons?
Lemons, yes.
Yeah, and What you have is
a Jimmy Buffett
it's
shirt.
a Jimmy Buffett shirt. Yes, a Margaritaville shirt.
Yes, Jimmy Buffett collection.
I once had a shirt that had pineapples on it, and they were going in various directions, and somebody said, you do know what that means, the upside-down pineapple, and I immediately got rid of the shirt.
The pineapple means peace and welcome.
And upside down is a symbol for swingers.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Look it up. Look it up.
Well, Andrew.
Well, you'll never have to worry because they'll reject you guys because your wife's too young. Right?
I'm glad you went on and made something out of yourself and have a real job now. That's good for you. And it's good to have you come back and visit once in a while.
Appreciate that.
And Butler keeps coming back to do it, your previous job. So just keep that in mind.
So just about the home run derby quickly.
Yes.
Anybody that watched saw that the first time it's happened since the 80s, one of the participants had a home run robbed by one of the kids out in the outfield catching.
So wouldn't that be an automatic? Wouldn't that be an automatic home run?
No, they did not give it to him.
Oh, they didn't.
All the other players surrounding him were given the umpire review signal, but they didn't give it. He ended up losing by 3 or 4 to Cal Rowley, but at the time it was quite controversial.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of sad that you have enough time to watch that home run derby. I mean, it's
tomorrow is one of the, although we have gained a lot when it comes to soccer and women's basketball, and there are things going on, but traditionally tomorrow is the slowest day in sports.
Right.
There is, Davey, I think we were talking about this the other day, right? The slowest day, there's really nothing, although I don't know what the schedule for some other things going on, but there's really nothing going on tomorrow in sports.
Come on, there's got to be an NBA game.
Well, not NBA.
You mean, I think there's a WNBA game.
But maybe WNBA.
And then the Birch Open tees off on Thursday at 4 o'clock in the morning.
But tomorrow, Wednesday, is a very slow sports day.
The day after the All-Star game.
Yeah. And then, really the real season gets underway. It's post. And, I'd like to say that this is where the Mets traditionally choke. So let's see what happens. Although they did not last year.
This is where traditionally the Yankees go out and buy a few more players.
They better hurry up.
If you're a big fan of the WNBA, there's a wall-to-wall games on Wednesday.
Okay, that's a smart move because prior to that, there was nothing happening on the day after the All-Star game.
Yep.
Okay, Andrew, one person said today, very, very much do they miss your complaining like a baby over the New York Yankees every morning during the 6 o'clock news.
Pitching staff is deplorable.
Now where are the Yankees now? They're still in first place, though.
No. They had series to when they played the Blue Jays. They got swept.
And the Cubs.
Well, they lost the first place prowess when they played the Blue Jays in that series because they lost it to the Blue Jays.
Okay.
According to the official standings, we are 2 games out of first place.
Yeah. You know what I think is interesting is the Blue Jays earlier on in the season, everybody was kind of making fun of the Blue Jays as one of the worst teams in the American League, and look at them now. Pretty wild. And the Red Sox, another team. Look at them now. Pretty,
but the Yankees,
pretty interesting.
The Yankees can make up ground. They have Toronto. They have Atlanta after the All-Star break, and then they go to Toronto to do 3.
Well, they have to play Tampa Bay, and our record against AL East teams is not great this year.
Right.
If you care, the Blue Jays, 2 games ahead of the Yankees, 3 games ahead of the Red Sox, and the Rays are in it too, only 5.5 back.
You notice they got rid of Devers. The Boston Red Sox got rid of Devers, and they started winning. It just goes to show you what a dramatic person in the locker room can do.
If I can move over to the National League. The Mets will start the second half of the season, half game behind the Phillies after their horrible June, and the Yankees had a horrible June. They had both the Mets and the Yankees had big leads that they lost in June. But the Mets have a half game. They're a half game behind, and it's really the Mets and Phillies there. The Marlins are 10.5 back. The Braves, and then the Nationals 17 games back. Which is the team I wanted to check on to see where they are? The Diamondbacks. No, that's Arizona.
Detroit.
Oh, the Colorado Rockies. The Colorado Rockies are 35 and a half games back. They are
the White Sox of this year.
At the midway of the season. They're on course to shatter the White Sox record and really take the overall all of baseball, like even going back into the 1800s when it comes to most losing teams. The Rockies are 22 and 74.
What, they still beat the Yankees one game this year.
Did they?
Yeah.
They did.
God.
74 losses to start the second half of the season. Holy moly. Right now, New York Sash continues to tell you it's Christmas in July. Buy two, get one free. New York Sash. Buy two, get one free. Buy four, get two free. And the list goes on. There's no limit. You can take advantage of that at New York Sash. And I have to say, we had them back at my wife just keeps more windows. Right back at the house yesterday doing some measurements, just in case. I'm saying. Energy efficient windows, bathroom transformations. We really swear by New York Sash and their staff. Premium vinyl siding. And they have amazing exterior doors that match the durability of their windows.
Well, Bill, we've got Trump as a president. Are you getting any of those refunds or rebates that the government is so generously offering for these new windows?
I haven't yet. Is it coming? Is it coming?
Oh, I think you're on the list.
Oh, I'm on the list. Anyway,
the naughty list.
Wherever the hell you're going. New York Sash. Call today, 315-624-7344. Or you can go to their website or visit them on Oriskany Boulevard in Whitesboro. Coming up, Leon Etian, will speak with him. Also, Blake Genderbean is running, I believe, for Congress. We're going to get the breakdown. But recently did an AI-generated video that is getting a lot of criticism from Republicans. And it has Elise Stefanik dancing away. We'll talk about that coming right up at WIBX.
Tallman's Tire and Auto Service is celebrating 45 years of serving Central New York. Family owned and operated since 1980, they're proud to provide trusted professional auto care to our community. From brake repairs and New York State inspections to AC service and check engine light diagnostics, they offer complete auto service and repair. When your vehicle needs attention, you can count on them to get you back on the road quickly and safely. Save time and money. Schedule your appointment today at tallmanstire.com.
Beautiful woodwork adds warmth and charm to any kitchen. But years of use can leave your cabinets worn and faded. When you call Enhance, we'll make your cabinets as good as new again in as little as 1 day for a lot less than you'd pay for traditional refinishing or replacements. Whether you want to renew your cabinet's original finish or completely change their color, just tell us the look you want and we'll help you get it. Or bring your hardwood floors back to life. With most Enhance renewals, you can use your floors again the same day. Plus, there's no mess, no dust, and no odors. Call Enhance today for a free in-home consultation. We'll explain the process, we'll show you how your cabinets or floors will look when we're done, and we promise you'll be really pleased with the price. And when you trust Enhance, you'll get the skilled workmanship and attention to detail we bring to every job. There's no obligation. Call us now at 738-1113. 738-1113.
The Utica Stampede and Rodeo and Expo comes back to the Adirondack Bank Center. 2 days of rodeo fun with 8 different events, with over 30 of the best bull riders in the Northeast competing for large cash prizes. Get your tickets now at EmpireStateTix.com, in person at the Adirondack Bank Center box office, or over the phone by calling 315-790-9070. It's the Utica Stampede and Rodeo, presented by Don's Ford, Clinton Tractor, and best enjoyed with Coors Banquet, the official beer of the rodeo.
Hi, this is Ray Durso of the Genesis Group. If you're interested in keeping up with events and news in the Mohawk Valley region, I have the show for you. It's called This Week in the Mohawk Valley, and it airs every Sunday on WIBX. Join us as we talk with area business leaders, elected officials, law enforcement, educators, and more. Don't miss This Week in the Mohawk Valley every Sunday at 9 a.m. on WIBX 950 a.m. 92.3 FM.
Hey everybody in upstate New York. I don't know where in upstate New York, but thanks for listening to the Keeler Show. Never met this man. Don't know why I'm telling everybody to listen. But thank you very much. By the way, this is Larry David from Curb Your Enthusiasm. I have nothing else really to say to you, but I thank you for listening to me tell you to listen to this man, Bill Keeler, on WIBX.
WIBX. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
Blake Genderbean is a farmer, is a Democrat and may very well be a candidate. I believe he is for NY21. Was standing by when Lee Stefanik was going to become the ambassador to the United Nations. Then that didn't happen, so there was no special election. Recently, there was an AI video that was posted making some fun, if you will, of Representative Elise Stefanik. And Blake Genderbean is on the line right now. This video, by the way, was AI generated, and it did list that with a disclaimer at the end. And it got a lot of criticism. Blake, good morning. Thanks for coming on.
Hi, Bill. Good morning. Before we get started, my son just got out of the ICU in Syracuse, and he's listening. And I want to tell him that I love him very much and to hang in there. He's doing great, though.
All right. Well, that is good. And I would say he's in very good hands out there.
Yes, he is. He's 18. He's a strong boy. He's our youngest, and his mother is with him. So he's in good hands at the hospital, and his mother and my wife are giving him all the help he can get.
All right.
But I do want to answer your question.
Yes.
So really, I was tired of the dirty and ugly political attacks and wanted to do something funny and lighthearted. And I'm honestly surprised at how sensitive Albany and D.C. are behaving. Lawler's Tears was funny, and it was kind of a feather in Congresswoman's cap. But the question still hasn't been answered. And the question we posed is, what are her plans?
Yeah.
What are our Congresswoman's plans, right? We haven't seen her since her farewell tour. Many of the Republicans that were on her farewell tour are friends of mine. They're backing me up against the attacks. And really, Bill, I'm not a doormat. I'll answer any questions. I've been attacked since January, and it's just an opportunity to ask a question.
So, and I did think it was interesting how you parlayed that into the focus of the video, or the takeaway, if you will, was that, if you're an employer and your employee says, I'm leaving, okay, I'm staying, I'm leaving, I'm staying, which is poking political fun at Elise Stefanik, that would not be a person you could rely on. That seems to be the direction that you're going with it. However, many Republicans have said this is sexist. It's attacking a woman. It is inappropriate. It should be illegal to use the AI to do something like this. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I don't believe it's sexist at all. I think it's like a modern-day cartoon. AI is here. It's 2025. We're just trying to have a little fun, bring a little humor back into things. And really, like you said, we're just wondering where she is. So, yeah. And again, I'm an employer. My wife is an employer. If I had somebody officially leave, and then not get the job they wanted, come back, and every day, if your key employee did that every single day, say, I'm interested in another job, and here's what I want to do, you would eventually say, I think you should take that job, or at least go pursue that job.
Yeah.
And as voters, we basically hired Congresswoman Stefanik, and we just need to see her. We need to hear from her. We need to know why she's cutting Medicaid in rural America. We need to know, does she support the tariffs with Canada? We need to know you've been there for 10 years. Farmers are exhausted of dealing with a broken immigration system. Agriculture is the number one issue in your district. It's the number one business industry in your district. Let's come up with solutions instead of being so polarizing all the time.
Are you running? I'm still not convinced that Elise Stefanik is going to run for governor. But if she doesn't, will you run against her?
Yeah, I'll run against anyone. I'm running against what I believe are bad D.C. policies for Northern New York, for my friends and neighbors, for your friends and neighbors.
So you are running no matter what?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm running no matter what. I haven't stopped. Bill, as soon as the special election was canceled because our congresswoman was forced to defend her seat for some important legislation in the reconciliation bill, which we all know about, I never quit. Since then, I believe I've done over 12 town halls with unlimited questions, unfiltered questions. And I don't leave. I don't say, well, 15 minutes is up, I'm out of here. And listen, I'm farming full time. I go to these events that are 4 hours away. I get home at midnight, 1 o'clock, and get up in the morning. It is possible. This is campaigning is fun. Farming is hard. You put them both together, and it's a lot of work. But it's a privilege to do this.
How do you rate some of the stuff that came out of this New York legislature, whether it be bail reform or some of these philosophies that really come from downstate, or even the proposal to limit the amount of milk that can be produced upstate? How do you rate Democrats that seem to be going further and further to the left in New York?
Yeah, I rate New York City politicians on a much different scale. They need to come visit farmers in northern New York. They need to come see us. That legislation on capping milk was absolutely ridiculous. Come to my farm. Come to my farm, take a walk, take a look around. I'll teach you about milking cows. I'll teach you about harvesting crops. I'll show you everything that you need to know so that you can have the proper perspective on what life is really like in rural America. Bill, we're up here making food every single day for people in New York City. They're licking ice cream cones, taking drinks of milk, having cheese on their pizza. We should be the ones that set the policy on food production, not New York City.
And I would ask you, too, if you were to win the 21st, it does cover Rome and Griffiths, where the new Chobani plant is coming. Your thoughts? I mean, that is expected to be an enormous boon for farmers.
It is. It's huge. And it's not just the Chobani plant. It's the Fairlife plant in Western New York and the Great Lakes plant in Western New York. And we're talking over 10 billion pounds of additional milk, which is a few 100,000 additional cows. So I was at the Legion in Lisbon on Thursday night, and we were talking about it. We're talking about, I was with a barn builder, and he said, 20 years ago, I built an entire 300-cow barn for $17,000 in labor. He said, now that's practically my week's labor for building barns. We were talking about the prices of heifers. They're well over $3,500. So we've got to start thinking about how we're going to fill these plants. It's a heck of an opportunity.
Yeah.
But think about if you need over 200,000 cows, that's a lot of 1,000-cow dairies that we've got to put up. And like you said, it's a great opportunity. New York State did do something very good for farmers. There is an ITC, investment tax credit, that does help us build buildings, help us buy equipment that will help meet the demand for that Chobani plant in Rome. And I'm very proud and very excited for Rome. You have no idea. This is my passion. And you and I could do a whole segment on this one.
Yeah. I do have in studio one of our guest hosts this morning is the mayor of Newport, who I believe is in your district, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He's a former assemblyman who actually went down, would have had where Robert Smullen is. So it'll go down into
Fulton County
through your 21st. And I keep hearing him mumble over there. So I figured, do you have a question or do you just want to mumble?
I guess I just have a thought. And
what was your name again? I'm sorry, I missed that.
It's Mark Butler.
Mark Butler.
Oh, Mark. Hi, Mark. How
Hi,
you doing?
Blake. Good. How you doing? Listen, I go back in my mind, and I guess we've got a little different view of this. And I do have to put a little provision here. I was in the state assembly and served many of the areas that Elise has served, and we got to know each other a little bit personally. But my view is the promotion to be, I considered it a promotion to be an ambassador to the UN, a very good job for somebody with political ambitions. And she kind of fell on the sword because she felt the president in the country needed her vote. And I think this is an example of a politician taking the country's needs, putting them ahead of her personal needs. Now, I don't know where this whole idea of her running for governor has come from, but I thought
it's come from her.
Okay, well, yeah, but
that's where it's coming from.
She would, yeah, all right. But
now, whether or not she does it or not, she says she is. But then again, it isn't official yet. Blake, can you answer that or comment on that?
I would like to answer that. And Mark, I appreciate that. Listen, if the president calls, you have to think very seriously about accepting that challenge, right?
Right.
But this also leads me to a very important point that I want to share. We need term limits. We absolutely need term limits. 4 or 5 terms for a congressperson, that's it. That's it. Once you continue to win beyond 4 or 5 times, you lose the fact that you are really meant to represent the people in your district. And so I feel like that has happened. I've seen it before. I've been on boards, cooperative boards, and it's important to have turnover. It's important to have fresh ideas. It's important to have enthusiasm. When you've been somewhere for too long, you start to believe your own hype.
Yeah.
And again, we need term limits in Congress and in the Senate.
Is there
12 years as a senator is plenty.
It certainly gives them those in Congress, both sides of the aisle, a great opportunity to raise their wealth. They've all done that very well.
Well,
you want a last comment?
That is one point I think we agree on. Term limits.
You agree?
Some of these representatives are there for how many years, and it just gets to be a little ridiculous. But I don't think you'll ever see it.
It's been so long, we no longer call it decades. We call it Pelosi's or maybe McConnell's
or Schumer's.
You know, let's be fair.
Oh my gosh.
And do you notice when people are at the end of their terms or they say, I'm not going to run again, their behavior changes.
Yeah.
And I think that's a healthy thing.
Right.
Suddenly, you don't let politics determine your decisions. You let the people in your district and the needs of the people in your district determine your decisions. And that is critically important. Good governance is important. And I think there are things we can do to make government perform better. And that's a big one. And you mentioned insider trading. We got to get rid of that. That's crazy.
You have something quickly?
Well, I was just wondering about, what you're kind of hearing from some of the constituents because, in her previous elections, I mean, she won kind of in landslide fashion. So I guess what's the most recent feedback you're hearing as to why some of the people in your district may feel that won't be the case again or shouldn't be?
Right. So certainly a lack of commitment to the district. The current policies out of D.C. are bad for the North Country. The tariff war is terrible, not just for the North Country, but for the Mohawk Valley. We've got truck drivers in the area that relied on commerce with Canada, and they've lost that business, and they're trying to fill the gap by hauling manure for dairy farmers.
Yeah.
We've got somebody yesterday doing that. We're hauling manure right now. They're just doing whatever they can. The UPS store in Ogdensburg used to be filled with packages. It's almost empty now. from Canadians having things shipped there and picking it up.
Well,
Those aren't red. They're not red or blue issues. And farmers we need a champion for a Farm Worker Modernization Act. And that is where I agree with our president. He said we need carve-outs for agriculture, for construction, for hospitality, and for healthcare. And he's not wrong. And you know why he knows that? Because he's a private businessman who gets it. When you've been in government your entire life, you become an idealist who doesn't really understand reality. And if you have your pulse on reality, you get that things aren't black and white, and you understand that there are certain things we need to do to make this economy run.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say it again. I am a champion for a Farm Worker Modernization Act because farmers across this entire country feed people, and the people that we feed are doing things that are counterproductive to our success at times. So let's fix that.
We appreciate your time. I am out of time. Blake Genderbean. I think they're working on a parody of you right now on the Republican side. It may start with Life on the Farm was kind of laid back is where I think
Butler's writing it.
I got a few things scribbled down here already.
All right, Blake. Thank you so
See you
much
later, guys.
for the time. We appreciate it.
Blake, take care.
Blake Genderbean. Very interesting. He is not your typical downstate, which I think is why Republicans see him as a little bit on the dangerous side, even in a district that is rural, but there are a lot of independents in that district.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But I don't want to get into it.
You want to get into it? You know the district well.
Yeah.
It's conservative.
Yes.
Okay. Leon Etian on the line right now. Leon,
the man.
Morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, guys. Thanks for having me.
It's been for us, a busy morning, as you might expect. You've been very busy as well. What is going on in Niagara Falls?
Yeah, so I'm excited to announce that we have opened our very own venue. It is called the Niagara Falls Magic Theater. We took 8 months to renovate this space. We literally gutted it, stripped it back to the stud. It was not a theater before, and we have now created a state-of-the-art, world-class theater for visitors to Niagara Falls to come and enjoy live magic.
Wow. So not only taking up residency, if you will, but literally taking up residency. It seems. It's your theater.
Yeah, this is our theater. This is currently we're in our summer schedule, which means we're performing Tuesday through Sunday, so 6 days a week at 7 p.m. every night, which is perfect timing if you're staying in the falls to see the fireworks at night. And then we're going to switch to our fall programming schedule when that time comes. But this is going to operate year-round. For now, I am the headline performer that is going to be there all the time. To get it up on its feet and get it going. And then eventually we will rotate in other performers, which I will curate. Yeah.
Both Andrew and I have relatives in the Niagara Falls area.
That's true.
That's amazing.
So when they tell us...
The reason I reached...
Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, the reason I reached out is because we've only been open for 3 weeks, and every single week when I've been walking around the falls, we've had someone yell down the street, Leon! And I would turn, and it's someone from Central New York. So it turns out a lot of people come up here for a day or two during the summer all the time.
Yeah,
it's beautiful. I mean, I've only ever seen, I've lived in New York. I did live in New York my whole life, and I'd only been to the falls once, and it was last Thanksgiving, and it was a little different experience than the warmer weather.
Things got cold.
Cold and icy. Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
it's beautiful.
Without a doubt.
The season, it's amazing.
I do like, too, that there's a new investment on the American side.
Yeah.
Because
it has come a long way, long way. And there's a lot of exciting things happening. Obviously, the state takes really good care of the park. But then as far as the city itself, like as soon as you step off that park property, for years it didn't have the best, reputation. But now there's been a lot of private investment in. The hotel we're located in is undergoing a major multi-million-dollar renovation. We spent a considerable amount of capital getting this venue up and running, and the reviews are coming in. I mean, it's 5-star all the way. It's a world-class. It's basically like think of Vegas, how they have headline entertainers within the hotel property. Same thing we're doing here.
Cool. All right. So what's the name of the hotel, by the way, that people should be looking for?
Yeah, it's comfort in the point.
Okay.
But all the information for our summer schedule, including all the logistics and how you get to the theater, where you park, can be found at NF, as in Niagara Falls, so nfmagic.com.
Okay,
Nice. Pretty easy.
We will both, I don't know about Andrew, but I will. There's a place in Niagara Falls called Viola's. It has the greatest steak sandwich you will ever have in your life. They wrap it in cellophane. I think that's part of it, but it is
Traps all the juices and grease.
We might call it a sub, but it just kind of, once it wraps, they wrap it up and hand it to you. It continues to kind of cook inside, and it is, oh my, whenever we go to Niagara Falls, even Buffalo, we'll drive up to Niagara Falls to get a Viola sub.
Yes, I will check that out and report back to you.
Viola as in Viola.
Got it.
Sorry. Okay. All right, Leon, congratulations on that, and maybe we'll see you out there sometime.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much.
All right, thank you.
Those steak sandwiches will make the space in your arteries disappear.
I will only say that those subs are good for you. I really believe it.
For the soul.
Bill, it always comes back to food for you,
does.
doesn't it?
It
That's
does.
where your starting and finishing point.
Always, and you can tell. Wayne, good morning, Wayne.
Wayne!
How's everybody? I'm finding everything that you eat, like during the summer, everything's fine, except you start getting sick of the bread being so thick. Even though bread is awesome, it's just that the bread on everything is just so thick.
Well, let me tell you,
too much.
there is a.
There's not a. It's not even so much that the bread's thick, Wayne. It's that what's in between has gotten less and less.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you this about the Viola sub, and we'll talk just for a second about Niagara Falls.
No.
There is it is the perfect bun. That is the perfect size, and you're absolutely right. Whether it's a sub or a burger, how many times have you walked away and you're like, just way too much bread. You don't taste what's inside because there's so much bread. Right. If you use bread that's so thick, you gotta have what's inside. You're gonna have to thicken up what's inside.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Costs are up.
Apparently, I don't know.
All right, well, can I tell you a quick story?
Quick story, Wayne.
Quick story. I went to the casino to stay overnight, and I'm not going to say which one. I'm just going to say the casino. All right.
Okay.
I'm in the. I go to enjoy the things that they have: the lap pool, the steam room, the sauna, and the jacuzzi. I'm going to do them all. I'm going to do them in a couple hours, have some fun, and head out.
Yeah.
All right. I go and I do this. I go and I get the key, talk to the guy at the front desk, get the key for the locker. I go into the locker room. There's a bunch of these guys. For some reason, there's these people thinking that they need to be in this tiny shoebox of a locker room, and they're sitting in there talking. Some of them have towels on, but then there are others that seem to want to stand around with no towels on, with the towel in their hand, which makes me want to puke.
I do not understand.
Just cover up, man.
I do not understand the guy who stands there completely with nothing on.
Yeah.
And
the exhibitionist.
Yeah, I just don't get that.
Okay, so
I do appreciate. I should say I do appreciate when the women do it.
Yeah,
there you go.
Not the guys. Not the guys.
So here I am. I go to take my key. I put it into the locker to go and take my stuff and put it in there. And I turn around, and you can't bend over to even put your stuff in the locker because your behind is in somebody's face.
Oh, Lordy.
These people are sitting there, Bill. They're literally on their phones texting with their feet, comfortably thrown out almost to the back of your feet. No, there's no room in there. It's like a shoebox.
There's no spatial courtesy.
I don't care. I'm not one of these people that can't undress in front of somebody or can't pee in front of somebody. But I don't like it. I like a little bit of privacy.
Yeah.
So I turn around and I grab a towel, an extra towel, throw it on the floor in the stall, and I change in the stall. And as I'm coming out, there's a guy walking straight towards me down the narrow hallway that goes to the showers. He pulls his towel off before he gets to make the turn. I'm like, get out of here.
What in the world?
Sounds
like they need a locker room expansion.
Get a load of this.
Yeah.
It pays to advertise.
And he's doing he's doing these stretches in front of the sink before he goes and takes the left into the shower. He said, this is too much for me.
Yeah.
So I look at the guy as I'm going out, as I put my stuff in the locker, and there's still 4 guys talking in there about golfing and this and that and the stock market, I'm sure, and everything else. And I'm like, can you guys find somewhere else, like the common area that they give you to talk in?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
so
this is
I go
for
out to
changing.
the desk. I said to the guy at the desk, I said, you know what? I don't care what sexual orientation you are. I find it disgusting what you guys got going on in that shoebox. And he goes, well, I'm your guest, blah, blah. I said, I don't care. You can't say anything that's going to make me feel any better about it. And I said, here's your key.
All right.
That was it. But my God.
Wow.
Thanks for ruining my next 2 years of dreams.
All right, Wayne. Well, it sounds like this was traumatic for you. Yeah.
I had to share that with you guys.
All right. Well, listen, I've seen it before, and I do get it, and I don't get it. I do not get it. So, all right.
Doing these deep stretches and stuff and bends are not for freaking, shoebox.
I don't think so.
No. We're with you. Thank you, Wayne.
Have a good day, guys.
You did the same. Quick break, and we'll come back and wrap it up here for this morning. Davey, I don't know. Do we need? No, I don't think so. Cancel it. We're gonna talk to Butler and Andrew in here.
We're much more interesting.
Let's have a homeowner fined $100 a month by a homeowners association, and we'll tell you why. It might be quite shocking to you. But Andrew, I know the HOAs are really big.
I'm in the realm now. Yeah,
big
deep
in
into
Florida.
it.
We'll talk about that coming up.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now, but I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code DRIVE for an extra 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code DRIVE for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code DRIVE.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Babbel. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at babbel.com/TNC.
They say no two people learn the exact same way. So how did Babbel become the award-winning language learning app? Well, we thought of you. All of you. Take Sierra. She's an artist and absolutely a visual learner. She's doing a deep dive into our Babbel wordplay videos.
Today I'll share a quick lesson on shopping in French.
Merci beaucoup. Malcolm is very much a type A, say it to my face, listening learner. So he checks with Babbel's speech recognition to make sure that accent.
Precio.
Keith's a real people person and a curious learner, so he loves Babbel's Culture Bites, full of insights and native knowledge about the language he's learning. Like, what's served for Christmas dinner in Germany?
Glühwein, Weihnachtsgans und Christmasstollen.
However you learn, Babbel makes it easy. Save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription when you text radio to 64,000. That's radio to 64,000. Text radio to 64,000.
Every once in a while, something that sounds too good to be true is actually in fact true. How would you like up to $2,000 of free windows? When I say $2,000 of free windows, I mean $2,000 of free windows. No gimmicks or games. You don't have to buy $2,000 to get $2,000 free. You just get $2,000 of free windows through Patriot Home Solutions and NYSERDA. Of course, some restrictions apply, but none of the restrictions are income-based. And you don't have to sit through a long, drawn-out sales presentation. Give Patriot a call at 315-401-0440, and they can quickly tell you over the phone if you qualify or how you can get qualified. That's 315-401-0440. These aren't any windows. They're high-quality, custom-fitted windows designed to save energy and keep the cold air out all winter. Your window solution is Patriot Home Solutions. Online at patriothomesolutions.com.
I went in for a regular prostate screening, and my lab results showed my PSA level were elevated.
We repeated the lab test, and the second test came back elevated too.
We did a biopsy, and the biopsy showed cancer in certain areas of Philip's prostate.
Dr. Ba performed a prostatectomy at Wayne Hospital using robotic surgery to remove the cancer.
We were able to cure him with smaller incisions, and he had a quick recovery.
Since the surgery, all my PSA level has been normal. I am proof that early detection can prevent something far worse.
I had been lifting something heavy, felt a tinge in my back. I also had some shortness of breath, but thought it was due to what I figured was some kind of muscle pull. I was wrong.
The episodes of pain that Ray was experiencing were actually small heart attacks. The Wynn Emergency Department was able to provide immediate life-saving care to Ray's heart.
If it wasn't for the amazing team at Wynn, I might not be here at all. I feel indebted to everyone who helped make Wynn Hospital a reality so I can get the immediate care I needed right when I needed it.
Thank you for giving my daddy back home.
Hey, I want to tell you about the Falcon Clinic in Washington Mills. They are the area's premier osteopathic medical clinic, and there's a program that they offer, and I utilize it once a month. OMT, osteopathic manipulation treatment, and it's kind of like going to a chiropractor, kind of, but it's so much more than that. A complete manipulation, and it really opens up everything so your body is. Everything's flowing the way it's supposed to. You're walking the way you're supposed to. You're in alignment. It lasts maybe about 35 to 40 minutes, and it is a game changer for me. Kind of preventative, to be honest. OMT, osteopathic manipulation treatment, something I do every month at the Falcon Clinic with Dr. Shemaleski, Dr. Zielinski. For acupuncture, Dr. Kosminski, and all physicians under one roof. Call them today at 315-507-4751, the Falcon Clinic in Washington Mills.
Hello, everyone in Central New York. This is Dave Letterman, your old TV pal. Remember me? I'm supposed to say something witty and funny here about Bill Keeler, but I've got nothing. Ever see a picture of this guy? That's a joke in itself. Anyhow, here's Keeler on WIBX.
Portions of the program brought to you by River Hills Properties, where Andrew Derminio is... Actually, you just sold a house here.
Yes,
that we,
put it under contract.
That we had put an offer in on like 7-8 years ago.
I think doing the digging, this would be the second owner since that.
Second owner since then. And maybe it's better than... I'm not going to say. Sorry, I'm not going to say.
Yeah, it's fine.
But I will say this. We really wanted that house. And
it's a beauty.
I think there was something personally at the time with whoever was dealing with it that was done inappropriate because our offer was above asking. And somehow we didn't get it. I didn't like it. I didn't like it one bit. Although it all worked out because we live where we live now.
You have an awesome house. And honestly, you did a good job with your home, and the backyard is spectacular.
It's River Hills Properties. It's that extra service that is provided every time you use somebody from River Hills. It's from the very beginning to the end. And you're working your tail off up here, and you're doing work down in Florida as well.
Dual licensed.
And they have offices in Barneville, Little Falls, and Copenhagen to the north, in Utica, Newport, home of Mayor Mark Butler.
That's right.
And coming soon to Rome. It's River Hills Properties. And yes, Andrew has an office for River Hills. River Hills has an office as well in Florida. You're in Fort Myers?
I'm in Fort Myers, but we're covering everywhere from Tampa down to Naples.
Sarasota, Naples, Marco Island. Beautiful. But here in upstate New York, Bill and Robin Mondra just love the beauty of this area. And they have you covered. If you're looking to buy or sell, listing your home, you get the service you need with River Hills. 315-896-1009.
And if I can say now, if you've ever had that thought of I want to sell here and move there, it is the time to do it because here it's a seller's market, multiple offers, several showings, over ask if it's priced right, and down there, excellent opportunity for buyers right now.
Notice
Great
how
deals.
he comes right in there, Mark Butler, and plugs away.
I'm sorry?
He comes right in there and plugs away, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Plug.
Oh, boy. He should pay for that spot.
That's right. We're going to charge him. Larry. Good morning, Larry.
Good morning, Larry.
Hey, Bill. How you doing?
Good.
I'm not a golfer. Any of you guys golfers?
We all play golf.
Yes. Not well, but yes.
Yeah.
I haven't done this, but I asked other golfers. They have, and others allergic to peanuts or something. So they went to the hospital. He got, taken care of whatever they gave him. So he's talking to a friend of his, and he's telling his friend, and his friend said, "You licked your balls, right?" He goes, "Yeah, how did you know?" He goes, "The same thing happened to me. With all the stuff they put on greens and in the fairways and that, if people said they've done it just to clean their ball off, but
they lick their ball?
I wouldn't be doing that anymore.
Yeah,
I wouldn't recommend it. No.
Wayne wouldn't either.
This could be an SNL bit by the time we're done.
But honestly, if I've ever had to clean the ball that is used in golf, you would just take some water and a towel. I don't know that.
But what about the ball cleaners? Just put it in there.
Yeah, they have those too. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Boom, done.
Right.
Well,
but I've asked other golfers. They said they have done that. Now, I don't know if you know
well,
anybody
part of it is part of the problem is those ball cleaners are at the tee box.
Yeah,
and if you've had an iron shot that gets the ball dirty and you need to have a nice smooth surface for your putt, you have to clean the ball there.
Yeah, all right.
Right on the spot.
All right. Well, I got to tell you, there's a reason why you don't see a dandelion on a golf course.
Yep.
There's a reason. And that reason is probably be careful. That's all I would say. So, all right. Good one, Larry. Thank you. I did not know where in the hell you were going.
Yeah.
But good one. All right. Thank you. All right. Anything else you guys want to add in here? What's going on big in Newport, New York?
Well, we have dug up all of West Street, probably 300 yards.
Nice.
And, we're racing to get it done in time for the Fireman's Field Day, first weekend in August.
Yeah.
We stopped by. That's the excitement. It's kind of interesting because we got the contractor there, and whoever founded this village of Newport, it's founded on a area of pure bedrock.
Rock,
so to dig
hard
it
to
up,
dig up there,
you got these special machines and.
Well, you're better off that than kind of having everything flow right into the West Canada.
Well, true.
All right.
And I'll save all my plugs for Thursday.
Okay. Andrew's back on Thursday.
I'll be back.
Yep. And then I did want to say that you should have like a Newport newspaper and it'd be like, Bob Johnson is redoing his sidewalk there on 2nd Street, so beware down there as you're walking by. We don't want anybody getting hurt. Mary at the flower store has actually got a special on daisies that she grew in the backyard at old Millard Fulmer's house, where, she always had the best daisies.
Bill,
actually, the Evening Telegram used to have a column like that, to be honest.
Well, this is a small town. People know it before.
You don't need a newspaper.
No, we don't need a newspaper.
All right. Thank you, and thank you.
Thank you for bringing a pro in to tutor me. It's been a learning experience.
Did a tremendous job. Couple things. Mazda's More to Move You sales event is going on right now at Steve Pawnee Mazda on Commercial Drive in Yorkville. Enjoy 2.9% APR financing on new 2025 Mazda CX-30s and CX-5s. Look at me, Davey. Roll your eyes. I'm going over. 1.9% APR financing. Darn it. You idiot, Bill.
I don't miss that.
On new 2025 Mazda CX-50s, CX-70s, and CX-90s. See Rick or anybody at the dealership for details. Mazda finished up 2024 16.8% up year over year. So as Rick says, let's make your deal on a new Steve Pawnee Mazda. How far do you want me to go? To 58.50. All right. Daylight Donuts tomorrow. It's going to be hot. They are offering free iced coffee tomorrow. Daylight Donuts in New Hartford. Free iced coffee tomorrow while supplies last. And it's going to be a muggy, hot day. And I also, before I leave, just want to tell you, Utica Public Library today with County Executive Pizzenti at noon. It is all part of America's Revolution Experience, and it's kicking off today at noon at the Utica Public Library.
Tallman's Tire and Auto Service is celebrating 45 years of serving Central New York. Family owned and operated since 1980, they're proud to provide trusted professional auto care to our community. From brake repairs and New York State inspections to AC service and check engine light diagnostics, they offer complete auto service and repair. When your vehicle needs attention, you can count on them to get you back on the road quickly and safely. Save time and money. Schedule your appointment today at tallmanstire.com.
We're your neighbors, friends, and your family. We care about our community, your business, and most important, you.
We support charities like the United Way, McMahon Ryan Child Advocacy Center. We're the members of IBEW Local 43 and NECA Contractors. You don't just see our work, you live it. From the JMA Wireless Dome, hospitals, schools, and city buildings, the IBEW is part of the community.
Central New York's future is bright, and the IBEW Local 43 and NECA will continue to...
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX Utica, Rome, W295EI, WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM, celebrating 100 years.
Inflation creeps back up. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
So month over month, we came in line with expectations, a jump of 0.3%.
That's Fox Business Network Cheryl Casoni on the Consumer Price Index that also showed a year-over-year increase.
That came in 2.7%. That is above expectations.
It's also higher than May's annual inflation rate of 2.4%. And here's something good that could soon cost more in grocery stores.
The U.S. is putting a 17% duty on fresh Mexican tomatoes after negotiations ended without a deal to avoid the tariff.
Fox's Hillary Barsky.
Currently, Mexico supplies around 70% of the U.S. tomato market.